One area of our business where we impact the local communities pretty heavily is the school systems. So we work for school systems all over the northern part of the state of New Jersey. We operate their water systems, their wastewater systems. We do a lot of their permitting and compliance work, and we ensure that the water that the kids drink is clean. We go out and do the sampling to ensure that it's not contaminated. And we also treat the wastewater that's being generated at a lot of these facilities as well before it gets discharged to the environment. So we are supporting the local community through supporting the boards of education and the local school systems.
For the finest in vinyl siding, rain gutters, overhangs, storm and replacement windows, even patios and decks, trust in the experts at Ultimate Siding and Gutters. In addition to being licensed and insured, our technicians are also friendly and courteous, performing hassle-free service and installation at affordable rates. Plus, we provide free estimates for commercial and residential structures. Our entire staff will exceed your expectations. For the ultimate in siding, gutters, and much more, call Ultimate Siding and Gutters today.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Racing Revolution League. And your eyes do not deceive you. We are on Bristol dirt here tonight in the Next Gen Cars. Taking a quick look there at Nick Alves in his Coastal Financial 24 Chevrolet here. And we have got a wild one here for you tonight. Racing Revolution is doing something completely, shall I say, revolutionary. As well, the way they're going to be racing this one here tonight. We're going to be racing it the same as dirt. There are going to be heats. There are going to be guys going home tonight, and it's really going to be wild. And with Stella joining me here in the booth, you know, I'm really concerned at some of these drivers, how they're going to progress here later on tonight, because I would say normally in the asphalt, if you can qualify in the top 43, you're in. But, you know, we're narrowing this down to the final 18 drivers, and I know at least 10 are going home. That is correct. Yeah, and that's going to be pretty wild. I'm definitely nervous for some of these drivers, but hopefully they will be able to get going here. And Nick Alves looks like he's finished up his last lap here, sitting 14th, slides up to 11th, but I think that unfortunately is going to mark him a little farther down, as a lot of drivers have been moving pretty quick. Trevor Earhart takes the pole, and Michael Bennett, last week's winner at Richmond, securing his spot into the playoffs. That number 14 Ford is going to continue charging on here tonight to see how well he can do in the dirt. Right now he's holding a 19.18 time there, sitting in second. But first, Stella, let's talk about exactly how this night's going to be set up and how it's going to kind of unfold here at Bristol Motor Speedway. 100 laps is going to be raced here, but that is for the feature. You know, we're gonna before that, I believe we're gonna have 2 heats, 30 laps each. Now, Stella, talk to me a little bit about the rest of it here.
Well, on those 2 heat races of 30 laps, their caution laps will not count, and 7 cars will advance from each of those heats. So your lucky part about these heats is the stage points will be awarded to the top 5, and they will also have a playoff point to each heat winner. Now, do you want me to tell you about the last chance qualifier too?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Last chance qualifier is will be determined on their placements in the from the first 2 heats, and it will only be 20 laps. Caution laps, again, do not count in this one. And 4 drivers will advance. No points will be awarded since it's kind of a consolation prize. Ooh. And then we go to our feature.
But boy, really to squeeze them down there, that's going to be a tight one. You know, some of these guys trying to make it. So during qualifying, do you remember odds and evens? Who ends up in which heat tonight? I believe it's odd cars heat 1, even cars heat 2, and then they'll duke it out there to the end, and that's going to be a wild one. We'll leave it up here just a little bit longer so you guys kind of get the gist for what exactly we've got going on here tonight, because this is going to be a wild one. $30 to the winner here in the All About Bugs 100. And speaking of All About Bugs, right now I'm seeing I'm kind of waiting to see where our All About Bugs guy is. You know, I know he was doing really well in practice, but I do not see him top 5 here. I'm wondering if he messed up a little bit, sitting 23rd.
Ouch.
During qualifying. Let's get some of our times up here that we're looking at, as there's about another minute left in qualifying. And that's where our guys are ending up here. Earhart Bennett, Caleb Gilbert, Travis Gilbert, Trevor Keith, and Rob Rader. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I got that mixed up with wrong Gilbert there, because Caleb was actually sitting second during practice, 11th during qualifying. So as they rescuff the track, these guys are trying to maintain out there on the track and keep it scuffed. But what I would question here is any pit stops going to be required other than fuel? I mean, they have 5 sets of tires. Are they really going to need tires here? I would probably say no, but Robert Rader will be joining us here a little later on in the session, and we'll talk to him a little bit about that on the upcoming runs here of what we've got coming into this one. As these guys square off here a little bit, Stella, qualifying's over. Now we're going to move over into Heat 1. And so Heat 1 is going to take all our guys and mix them up. And like I said, qualifying time, fortunately, everybody, if you guys have tuned into SimTraX Broadcasting, there is no inverts here tonight. And boy, I guarantee you, these guys couldn't be happier about seeing that. So everybody who placed in those odd numbers are going to be racing here in Heat 1, and we'll get these guys right ready for you, because check who's out in front. And right now, he needs a great finish tonight. So far, he has been pretty dismal here in the past couple of races. Let's take a look at our starting lineup for Heat number 1. Trevor Earhart, Travis Gilbert, 1 and 2. Robert Rader sitting 3rd next to Alex Brube, 4th. Logan Romney will be in the 5th position next to Caleb Gilbert, and starting row number 4, Kevin Orlando. Some say he was the favorite to win tonight, especially after how it's been going for him on the dirt, but a little slow qualifying time and practice time, and I know he's bobbling on keeping power at the house. Glad to see Matthew Robinson returning back, sitting in 8th position. Parker Johnston in the 48 machine, sitting 9th, and Brandon Richardson rounding out our top 10. Nick Alves starts in the 11th position. We saw how his qualifying time went. Pretty dismal, and he'll be fighting alongside Justice Murphy to get back to the top. So we'll see how well these guys can rotate there. And finishing off the final of the field, Jeffrey Israel will be starting next to Wayne Lowe. And I got to admit, just through the chat, these two go at it, and I hope it's pretty friendly.
Yeah, I think they're good to go. But take notice, we got 14 drivers on the track. Half of them will be cut after this heat.
Oh, wow. Half of them being cut after this heat is not looking good. Tell me a little bit all about Bugs here. I know they're pretty excited, and you're not telling me about them starting to bug me.
Well, All About Bugs has provided pest and termite control since 2012 in and around the Sevierville, Tennessee area. Their top priority is to provide effective pest and termite control solutions for your residential or commercial property. A free pest control quote or inspection is just a phone call away, and you'll find their family-owned operation friendly and professional. All About Bugs, Tennessee, your 5-star family-owned pest control and termite experts. Like they say, if bugs are bugging you, you should be bugging us. So look them up at allaboutbugstn.com.
Oh, yeah. And Justice Murphy and the number 12 All About Bugs machine out there tonight. I'm interested to see what they can do with these $250,000 cars out there, drifting them on the dirt. Normally you try to set them up and make them as stout as possible for the asphalt, but dirt, this is kind of new to me, Stella. I'm really interested to see how well these guys can really duke it out here as we are under green flag. Travis Gilbert, wow, what a start.
Already fishing.
Yeah, get a little loose here. Now they are keeping an eye on it. Let's rotate up top as they're going almost 4 wide here. Right now, Caleb Gilbert and Robert Rader side by side here. Good communication between the 53 and the 54. Not to send it into each other, but look who's riding on the bottom. Kevin Orlando, here he comes. Kevin Orlando rotating on through. Looks like Matthew Robinson got the worst of that bump that happened there in the back. Raider trying to set up his turn, ended up slinging it to the side, and now Raider is down 5 positions in the 8th. Right now he is below cutoff, so he's got to pick up a couple more spots. Look at Raider into the cushion. Around he goes. Parker Johnston now 7th position for him, so now he's going to continue his charge to the front. But right now he is still the biggest loser on the track. Right now Brandon Richardson dropped down to 13th, and Wayne Lowe still remains there on the bottom. Not looking too good for him starting out here tonight, Stella.
Yeah, Alex Forget's using the, not just using the cushion, but using the wall to get around that last corner.
Yeah, and that is completely available. I have noticed some guys, ooh, a little shot there by Logan Romney into the wall. Some guys will actually try to take the right rear of the car and drag it along the wall. I would probably say that's probably a better thing to do. Boy, Logan Romney's having some trouble in the wall here.
Well, Logan Romney's out on spring break, so this may be, he just got his wheel just arrived, but maybe an hour ago tops. So it's he's not got a lot of practice under his belt in the new rig.
Yeah, he's learning it right now. I know a couple of people are questioning where our dirt guys are, especially Christopher Schaefer, MIA here tonight. So unfortunately, one of the strongest dirt guys here in the league. Has unfortunately, I believe his steering wheel has gone down. Right now, he could probably use a little hit from Logan Romney where to locate a new one, because I figured this would have been one in the bag for him for a rookie to lock himself into the final playoffs. But only 24 laps to go. Trevor Earhart's still leading this one. And Terry out there in the chat, I see it. You're right. It is Bristol, baby. And right now, Trevor Earhart is still leading this one by almost 3 seconds. So he is going to be the man to beat here tonight. And if I'm not mistaken, taking a look back, I think that if he ends up taking the whole thing here tonight, that may be the 3rd one here on the season.
That'd be correct. What I am curious, I am pretty sure I saw Schaefer. He may just be in the next heat.
Oh, is he? I thought Christopher Schaefer was down and out, and I wasn't sure. Last time I talked to him, his wheel was still down. But we'll see if he can, if it's come back to him. Boy, that would be great. I would really like to see Schaefer.
I'd like to see a couple of these fellas that are normally, running dirt, seeing what they can do on this crazy, drifting these cup cars.
Yeah, Kevin Orlando right now, biggest mover here, up 4 positions, now sitting top 3. This is going to be really good heading into the feature. Right now, this should line him up for the 3rd row start. At least he won't have so many cars to pass to fight his way back to the front. And we are under caution. I think Parker Johnston may have sent it around here.
And Wayne Lowe's in the pit. Heavens.
All right. Let's take a look back here. It says Wayne Lowe had a problem the first time. Let's see what happened here. This is back on lap 6 for him. Oop. Yep, just slid it a little too much. All right, and then what brought out the yellow flag was Parker here. Racing around Raider, there's Justice.
Oh,
nope,
missed
no
him.
contact.
That's good. Nope.
Oof.
Oh,
yeah, almost
but he
the same.
did contact the barrels in the same
almost
spot.
the same spot there. That would have looked pretty wild. I want to take a look from Justice Murphy's area. How he missed that. That was close.
You bet. Another track, that'd have been netcode.
Yeah, let me see if we can get a closer. This is off the nose of Justice Murphy's car. Ooh. Wow, swing and a miss. All right, let's get back.
And this, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
So now everybody remember that during these heats, we're not going to count the caution laps. So we are still on.
Yeah, well, I would pop up the tower. I try to save people from the headache of it shuffling. See?
Ah, okay.
But I can guarantee you right now, Trevor Earhart's in the lead. Right now, he has been on a roll here tonight.
Fair enough.
And I don't see him slowing down at all.
Yeah, he seems to have that, that glide going there, working the cushion. Do you think we've got a tacky or a dry track tonight?
Well, right now, I was going to say that is a perfect question to ask somebody when they come back off the track. And I believe Robert Rader will be one of them. We'll have him join us here in the booth for Heat 2, and we'll kind of ask him how the track feels. Right now, Rader's down in that 7th position. He is at the cutoff now, but he's got Justice Murphy behind him. It's going to be trying to not go to the last chance qualifier. He's going to want to get, have that little bit of a break and get back to it. But Trevor Earhart's still in the lead here, Stella, and this is looking pretty wild here.
That does look a little bizarre. Can I have the offspring? So, yeah. Well, that's while we're puttering along. How about I'll give you a little. This track opened in 1961, and but it only started ruining the track with the dirt since 2021.
Some say ruining, some like it. I personally, from our angle, I am not a fan of the dirt at all. I love the concrete, half-mile track that they run here. I can't believe that they lay that on this dirt. They mash it all down, they scuff it up, they get it going again, and then all of a sudden they scrape it all back up and go again. But it's pretty wild. It's definitely wild. But Kynan out there saying this car is awful, but he says the dirt fixes the track. So
okay,
it's one or the other, buddy. I can't take it. But we're looking at Alex Brube. He'll be starting on the outside. So let's see what Alex Forget can do as Trevor Earhart takes off, and away they go. Right now, it is probably pretty hard to start. You're setting down over 500 horsepower and trying to launch off here. And you see how he's kind of wheeling it. Look at that. Yeah.
My heavens.
Yeah,
they are all over the place. And I am so used to seeing these guys on concrete, or asphalt at least, that when they get a little sideways like that, oh, they're gone. They're going, And here they are doing it on purpose.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's take a look at our All About Bugs 12 Chevrolet here. Let's see how Justice is doing. I think his Sim is rattling his camera in the straight position, but look at him send it. Holy cow, slung himself into the 5th position. Right now, he is on the move up 7 positions. Terrible qualifying here for Justice Murphy, but we are back under yellow. Dang. All right, let's take a look. It says something back here. Parker Johnston may have had some trouble again. Let's see what happens with the 48 machine. Oh, no.
That's what I saw was Robinson getting creamed.
Yeah, and that's one thing you can't do is look at how Parker's coming around the turn. I'm not picking on him here. Notice how he's coming around the turn, and right when he gets out of the slick here, he'll hit the brakes. And when he hits the brakes, it sends him the rest of the way around, and that's what got him out of shape here. So a lot of guys you'll find won't hit the brakes unless they're trying to preload the suspension and get this thing tilting just the right way. But we'll see. I believe Caleb Gilbert is our first one down pit road. Other than Wayne Lowe. Wayne Lowe did come down on 6. Right now he will be lined up for the last chance qualifier. Tay McDonald is not here tonight, but appreciate you out there in the chat, though, tuning in. So definitely should be, can't wait to see you there, Tay, since you are already locked into the playoffs. Everybody out here still fighting for a spot, except Trevor Earhart. I believe everybody else here on the track is still trying to get some room here. Caleb Gilbert loses 7 positions now as he's come down into pit. I don't know if he ended up with some damage. Now, Stella, we talk about this a little bit with damage being kind of a key factor here. There are no fast repairs. So if these guys slide a little bit out of shape, they'll be able to have their vehicle repaired during the heat that they're not racing. But you break a toe link, there's no redo here. You're back out on the track. You're doing it again. You're broken. You're not coming back for the rest of the night.
Okay, not even for the last chance qualifier.
What I'm saying is, like if your last chance qualifier and you break, that's it.
Oh, yeah, you're done.
Right now. Let's say one of these drivers here in Heat 1 hits the wall and breaks a toe link. Last chance qualifier, that's it. You make it to the 100-lap feature, and somebody hits the wall, that's it. You made it all this way, you fought yourself into that position, and now you're down and out of it again. It's just not going to be looking good. But right now, I think we got a new driver here, if I'm not mistaken, up on camera. Let's take a look at Matthew Robinson and see how he does on this restart here. There he is.
Hey.
Yeah, we got a couple extra guys. I believe we'll also have Trevor Keith. He'll be on tonight as well, and we'll give you the driver mashup here in a little bit. I was looking to see if we could get it during qualifying, but nope. Not tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult with out of the 28 cars or whatever, we're only going to have 18 of them racing in the feature. So
Oh, yeah.
you may have some blank spots.
It's pretty cool. Matthew Robinson looked like he's rocking them HyperCloud X's. I love them. That's exactly what I'm using. I think Justice Murphy's using the same. It's always good to see kind of what equipment guys are using. I believe that's a Mark Martin car in the background, too. See that?
Oh, a number 6 Valvoline.
Yeah.
Old school. I like it. So,
All right.
here's a question for you. We're about to go green. Do these guys run the dirt style where when the pace car is gone, you take off?
That's a good question. I don't believe so. I believe they still have to use the restart zone here.
Ah, okay.
Notice how many he's not. There it is. There was some of that input. I was wondering if Matthew Robinson's kind of fighting a little bit of the input here, because we saw how Berube was wheeling it around. Much, much different. But Robinson trying to see if he can get this car on a rail here.
Yeah.
Man, that's tough.
Now, do you think this is when it's a disadvantage to having the smaller wheel than the big wheel?
It's possible, and we'll tune into the Mountain Man and see, what kind of difference that makes.
Okay.
Right. Looks like Brandon Richardson's down his way down pit. Yep, something happened here. I wonder if he had a restart problem. All right, Trevor Earhart looks like he's going to put him a lap down. There he goes. Only 15 laps left to go in this one. Trevor Earhart uncontested pretty much all race. Logan Romney chasing him. Here's Kevin Orlando looking for second. Inside, and you notice how the track's starting to wear out right there in the center. I'm waiting to see when that line gets closer and closer to the wall if they're going to have anything left for him here tonight. Still rotating around here. I'm waiting to see Kevin Orlando. Looks like he's trying to set this up, but it's not coming to him as the top three have separated by 2 seconds here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all the way back here. Travis Gilbert sitting fourth. Alex Forget sitting fifth. And Justice Murphy, not too bad. 6 positions gained, sitting sixth. Now, unfortunately, he lost the position on that restart. Robinson at the cutoff, and right now he's been able to pass Robert Rader for that position. That's exactly what he wanted to happen, to get that
Rader?
Robinson to slide on up as we were watching how he was getting around.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just looking at the.
Let's take a look at it here.
Hang on,
Watch
guys.
see if Rader gets stuck underneath Clink. That's where he collected Caleb, which gave him the run straight out of the turn.
Ah.
We'll stay here with Rader because it looked like he got another shot there from Robinson. Rader underneath here. Ooh, man.
These guys need to talk.
Uh-oh.
They're going to put themselves... Oh,
Well, guess who's in the last chance qualifier now? Yellow flag is out. Robert Rader down to 12.
Yep.
Just isn't getting a break here tonight. Almost goes a lap down. That's going to bring out our third caution here. Ray Lane out there saying Logan's actually a dirt guy. Hey, Ray Linné, man, why are you not out here? We got to get Ray Linné back out here.
Yeah.
I know definitely when we... last time we called for you, man, I know what happened. We can discuss that later. I believe Brandon Richardson ended up in some trouble out there because I'm showing him still down pit. Let's take another look at Rader during the caution. Oh.
Shoot.
Boom.
Yeah, Kyman's out in the chat saying that Caleb's FR is dead. I am unfamiliar with that.
Me too.
Okay. That's good. So what do you think about the fact that we have 3 chances, and I'm assuming that, like most dirt tracks, they do not come out there and like Zamboni it or anything, and we've got slicking off happening. Will the later races benefit from that?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, if you asking like the more they race on it, it'll slick off more.
Yes, yes. So are the later races like the next heat? Will they benefit from this heat? Slicking off the track.
I would say it's possible. Some guys like the track stickier and more cushion. Others like it slick. I mean, it's driver's choice at that point. That's what they can do. But looks like Brandon Richardson might be down and out here. He is still down pit.
Yes.
Yeah, he's down there for about 4 minutes now in the box. I don't know if Brandon Richardson crashed here. I'm not showing any kind of contact with the wall, but I'm sure he did. Let's see what we can do here.
I think tonight with all the I don't want to say disqualified, with all the people that aren't going to be racing in the later races and the feature, we could get some action in the interrogation room.
It is possible.
Just thinking.
It is possible. All right, pace truck lights are off. Kind of funny, it's showing me Jeffrey Israel in the front, but when them not counting caution laps, it kind of shuffles it up a little bit. Jeffrey Israel did the pit back on lap 20, as well as Raider. Raider also pit on lap 20.
Pretty funny, here we are trying to figure out what FRs are, and we're thinking all this high-tech stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
He meant front right.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get this one back underway as Trevor Earhart back into the front, tries to drift up in front of Logan Romney, makes the jam. Perfect. Oh, no, Kevin Orlando. Last chance qualifier for you. Oh, no. 4th caution is out. Not looking good. Good Lord.
Do you happen to have a timer on this heat?
I believe so. Right now, kind of saying it's a couple of minutes out there. We'll take a look at it here in just a little bit. Let's take a look back at Kevin Orlando here. Kind of break this one down. Rotates up, makes contact with Romney, gets a little out of sorts, and then Alice Forget catches him. And that's the thing about dirt, you don't have a second chance.
No.
I mean, that's kind of it where it is. But turns out the's something else that happens before that.
Or after.
Yeah,
I mean, we've
let's
got
try to see if we
Justice,
can
we've
find-
got Nick.
Yeah, let's see if we can find Justice Murphy and figure out what happens here, because I think there was even more trouble back here. Because remember how...
Well, he was backwards, and Nick Alves was backwards as we were watching the other fellas go.
Yeah. Well, it looked like contact there between Robinson and Caleb Gilbert, which sent Caleb almost straight up into Justice Murphy, or which, yep, that's going to hook him.
You bet.
Robinson glides away from this one. Looks like he misses the 27 just barely.
Yep, and PJ turns Nick around, and
Oof.
Raider comes in the back. Oh, my heavens.
Yeah, that was
But
definitely...
the two Chapman cars continue on.
That they do. That they do. See if we can take a ride along here with Matthew Robinson. See if we can get another shot of what in the world happens here. Let's try real time. All right, that was...
Well, Terry, just to let you know, these heats are going to have a time cutoff because of the caution laps not counting. So we're looking at 30 laps. It will cut off at a 30-minute time frame, and the last chance qualifier at 20 laps will have 20 minutes to complete it. If we run into the time frame, we will then see, no matter where we are in the race, a white flag and a finish.
Right. So find a timer. There we go. Has the amount of time left that they have to complete this. 9 minutes there.
All right.
10 to go.
Come on, guys.
They can do it. They can do it. Some of these lap times have been under 20 seconds. They should be able to smoke through most of them here, but then just at restart, when they get them clumped together, definitely causes a good bit of problems here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Stella, I got one for you. I bet you'll stump you.
Oh, I bet it will too.
Ready?
Okay.
How about the choose cone rule?
Oh, not in effect.
Good. Okay, I didn't think so. Yeah, it says consecutive cautions, there will be a single file restarts, but I believe that is only for the feature.
Correct.
So see how this goes here. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think somebody's coming down pit. I think we're taking a look at Trevor Earhart here. I think he might be out of fuel.
You're kidding. That, or he just got an EOL for some reason. We're running 50% fuel tonight. Oh.
Well, he should be able to make it the entire heat without having to pit.
I would think.
2 EOLs. All right. Might have to bring Kynan in here. He's got the scoop.
No kidding.
He's got the scoop. He's got the scoop. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Kynan Jones, you got a copy?
Hey.
Dude, all right. You are the man down on the track. Why did Trevor get an EOL here?
So the reason why Logan and Trevor both got EOLs was due to a restart line violation. So just because of the rule book, as we're going to have another caution from later around, but it was just due to a restart violation by the two drivers.
Dude.
Wow.
This is getting pretty crazy out here. You know, how crucial are tires out here?
Well, with it being dirt, tires won't come into such an effect, and same with fuel. We will have enough in the feature. If I can make it to the feature, which will be the plan, but if we get to the feature, no one has to worry about fuel or tires. But if you come down pits, I don't even think you can change tires, so it's not going to come into effect at all.
Where did you end up qualifying? I thought during practice I saw you in 6th place, I think.
Yeah, in practice there was plenty of pace, but came practice or qualifying, and there was just no grip. I couldn't get the car to rotate and end up qualifying like 26th, so a lot of work for me in the heat race.
All right, so you're one of the drivers looking for it to slicken up a little bit, because once it does, the faster you'll be able to go.
You'd think that, but I can't get the car to rotate, so it's not going to be easy. But luckily, I have a lot of dirt experience. I've had coaching from a real-life dirt driver, so gonna hope that that little bit of experience can come into effect and hopefully get into the feature.
Dude. Well, you are not the only one. We got guys bumping and banging out here. No one down and out as of yet, I believe, except Brandon Richardson. I believe he is taking it back to the garage. We'll be heading to the last chance qualifiers. We're back under green. Travis Gilbert now has the lead with Alex Forget sitting second. Caleb Gilbert third. This is pretty wild here, kind of. It's definitely interesting to see. You know, with only 8 laps to go, we're running out of time. These guys have got to get these green flag laps in.
Oh yeah, for sure. 5 minutes left in the race, as we're gonna maybe have another caution, But with the time ticking down, desperation's gonna come into such an effect, and we're definitely gonna have another caution. So time certainty is gonna come into effect for the end of the race.
Man. Less than 5 minutes to go. We got guys spinning around and around and around. Kynan, I appreciate you joining us, man. I wish the best for you, because some of these guys out here just have the absolute worst luck. I hope you don't get caught up in any of this, man.
Well, if we're going off my history this season, I'm going to be wrecked, but with me being good on dirt, I'm going to just be going easy and hoping to pick up the pieces.
All right, well, you've got to get 7th position or better for the final 14 drivers. Good luck to you, Kind. Appreciate you joining us.
Yep, no issue. Good luck commentating on all this chaos.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, everybody, that is Kynan Jones in the number 99 as we are back under caution here. Stella, this one kind of reverts back to the same kind of thing going on here. Let's take a look at Rob Rader, as there was already a problem ahead of him. Catches Robinson here.
Who was already skinning his
Lost
car
him there.
off the wall.
There you go. Let's take another look at it here, because there was something happening up here around Justice Murphy. Oh, what? These guys are almost 4 wide. Look at where Logan is. Logan's sending it down to the bottom. Contact between these three. Guess they want to share the same piece of real estate here. Justice fortunately squeaks out of it. Man, Matthew Robinson is getting absolutely demolished here, so he'll be heading probably most likely to the last chance qualifier, as I believe he is down pit road now.
Yeah, so right now Logan Romney, it looks like, is the, well, never mind.
Yep, see?
Yeah, I was gonna say he is at the cutoff point. Jeez.
All right, only three minutes left to go here. Trevor Earhart. Interesting to see who's still in the lead here. I'm fairly certain Travis Gilbert should be still in the lead. Trevor Earhart will be sitting in that 10th position. Boy, yeah, you hate to see the guy who's been the fastest all night.
Yep.
You know, and then kind of gets knocked out. But this is a huge strive for Travis Gilbert here to get, you know, his launch into the feature. I mean, really, to me, if you can get at least top 7, this has got to be feeling, I mean, fantastic out there, because it gives you that burst of confidence. You know, you've made it. I don't have to keep wearing myself down. I don't have to go to the last chance qualifier, and we can go ahead, you know, move to the next step. Let's get it done. And you might
want to pop up Nick Alves or Rob Rader or some of these others that are below that cutoff in the heat.
Aw. Why? You like the look of desperation on some of these guys?
No, I just want a chance to see them racing.
All right, well, Nick Alves is sitting 9th now. He's got to put a move on here. He's got to pick up 2 more positions. Right now, Logan Romney sliced through half the field there. And has already got himself back up, I believe, to the 7th position at the cutoff. And we'll see if he can continue on. Logan Romney sitting 7th. Jeffrey Israel is up to 6th. Justice Murphy sitting 8th. Nick Alves is 9th. Now, I know that sounded a little bit dyslexic and shuffled up there, but no, we're kind of moving around here. Jeffrey Israel now to 6th. Parker Johnston is in the 5th position. I think Parker's staying out of the trouble. He's able to fight back up. Kevin Orlando, we saw he spun out. He's back into 4th. All right, back under green here. Taking a look at our time. They got 1 minute to finish this. 6 to go. So right now is a really good time. I would probably expect to see a lot of people send it here. Right into the final 7 spots. Justice Murphy needs 1 more.
No.
Yeah, he's gonna fall. Oh, yep.
Nope.
That's gonna do it. So probably your top 7 here. Where Trevor ended up, we'll see. I don't know if Trevor ended up in the top 7 if he was able to pass Jeffrey Israel, but I don't think he got it.
No, it keeps moving. I give up.
So that is going to do it on time here. Travis Gilbert, Alex Forget 1 and 2. Caleb Gilbert ended up 3rd. Kevin Orlando was 4th. Parker Johnston is 5th. Jeffrey Israel is 6th. And I'm showing Logan Romney as our 7th driver.
All right, and good luck to the rest of you in the last chance qualifier, which will be coming up after a heat 2.
Yeah, I believe it's showing me Nick Alves in 8th, Trevor Earhart in 9th, Robert Rader 10th, Justice Murphy ended up getting spun out to 11th, Matthew Robinson still broken in pit in 12th. Wayne Lowe was 13th, and Brandon Richardson 14th. So, yeah, right now, if you're thinking about it, and the way, Kynan's thinking about it out there in the chat, I see it as well, that, these guys get to the last chance qualifier. There's absolutely no way. You know what I mean? There's no way that the last chance qualifier, I don't know how that's not going to turn into bumper cars. I seriously don't see anybody letting off the gas on that one.
We will end up having the same amount of cars that we currently have in this heat, and fewer laps, and only 4 cars out of that 14 will be advancing. So 10 will be going home with no more qualifying.
Yeah,
available.
That they will. So let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid for heat number 2. I think this one will probably be a little better. Some of these guys are definitely going to be putting on a fantastic show here, but let's go ahead and take a look at them. On the starting grid, Michael Bennett, Trevor Keith, 1 and 2. Starting row number 2 will be Dylan Smoot and Grant Thorpe. Grant Thorpe starting in that 4th position. Glad to see him. I know we don't talk a lot about Grant Thorpe, but hopefully we'll see how well he can do. I've raced with him before. Very strong driver out there in the dirt. Brandon Dunford sitting 5th with Blake Cook sitting in the 6th position. Starting row number 4, Tech Who's Back. James Loveland sitting number 7th next to Jackson Lomax in the 8th position. Row number 5, Jeremy Burns. Now we'll take a look at that small wheel and see if it causes any sort of issues for him tonight, as he'll be starting in 9th on the inside of Christopher Berger in the 36 Chevrolet. Christopher Schaefer, boy, made me put my foot in my mouth. The Inferno Motorsports machine did make it out here. 11th position for him is where he will be starting next to Jacob Sirkovich. Sirkovich, I believe, is running a new paint scheme tonight. Looks like we got 2 slurp machines in one heat, so hopefully they can both make it to the final. And we're rounding out the final of our field. Kynan Jones in the 13 and Zach Hanna. But I do not believe Zach Hanna was able to connect. I do not see the 87 Toyota locked and loaded here for tonight. So Stella, in your ear.
What happened to my ear?
Oh, you said it was going to be the same amount of cars. I beg to differ here. That is not going to happen. But glad to see James Loveland back out here with the Racing Revolution League. I know he's been on a hiatus. Gave up his position to allow one of the other guys to get out there for the playoffs last year, and now back to compete. And I'm really glad to see that 02 machine back out here to fight it out again. But Stella, we have Robert Rader joining us here in the booth, and boy, oh boy, we got a lot of questions to ask him. We'll grab him here in just a second, but we are back under green. First time, hopefully the last time, but no! As I say that, Michael Bennett sends it straight into Trevor Keith, bends them all up, and now Trevor Keith is doing everything he can to keep that thing alive. Oh my gosh, Raider, that was...
Got Jacob Sirkovich around back there, Trevor, or Patrick. I just got done talking to Trevor for 30 laps.
Oh my gosh.
And actually the previous heat is showing up underneath our current one.
No, it's because the caution. It's mixed us all up.
No, really, I see Raider and Murphy just.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yuck. That's all right. We'll get it squared away here.
I know you will. You're producer extraordinaire.
Business. If it can be done, he'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get it squared away. Good Lord.
I'm just glad I'm not on the producing desk tonight.
All right, let's try this. Ready? Come on, baby. Yeah, here we go. Oh, you love it. All right, that puts us Dylan Smoot here in the front. Check that out. All right, well, let's go back. See what happened here, because that was definitely a mix-up here. It was only lap 1.
I know.
It only takes 1 lap, Patrick. That's what I've learned in the first heat. The lap doesn't really matter. It can happen at any moment to anybody.
Yeah, well, Blake Cook, somehow he gets started in this. It
starts ahead of this because Blake has trouble here, but then Bennett over-rotates.
Yeah.
In the front here and comes down, and then it's on from there.
Yeah, Bennett here, but then all the way back here with Sirkovich. And then we see the 96 and the 4 get into it. I think Loveland just blinked out. Dude, this is probably the worst restart I've ever seen out of the Racing Revolution. I'm sorry,
This
Rob.
wasn't even a restart.
What
This was
happened?
Well, so speaking from experience.
Oh.
Yeah, there he is. Nate just gets tagged. These cars just don't drive well here. You know, I mean, they're not. I don't know. I got wrecked about 7 times in that last race, and I'm not mad at anybody because it's just the cars are all over the place, man. There's just not a whole lot you can do about it. Yeah, it's gonna be a wild and crazy night. It's gonna be a long couple of heats and probably a long 100-lap feature, I'm thinking.
Oh yeah.
Hope I'm wrong.
No.
No.
I think so too. It's gonna be pretty wild. So whoever wins the $30 winner's purse here tonight is gonna be so happy that he earned this one.
Well, the problem is at only $30 after you're done running 8 hours of this, that your hourly rate doesn't come out that great. You might have to bump the purse up.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Taking a look at Michael Bennett here in the number 14. Last week's winner here. He's trying to win himself a heat. He's got a long way to go. Geico restart zones in effect here tonight?
Yeah, so basically you can go anytime after the pace car pulls off of the racing surface.
Okay,
Tonight.
so standard dirt rules.
Yeah, basically, yep.
Good Lord. I got... What?
Oh, man.
Yeah,
These
we're...
guys. Is this what it looked like when we were doing it, too?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it sure
Just
did.
double check it.
Yes, as I believe. We got guys shuffling around here. I'm trying to...
Oh, man, we got them all over the place. They're wrecking big up front.
Oh!
Grant.
Is
Thorpe,
Grant
I believe,
around?
is in it?
He's
Grant.
even back in his fellow
Dunford's
general.
in it.
Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Anybody got Rolaids, Tums, something?
Oh my gosh.
We knew what we were getting into when we decided to run the full schedule. That meant that some of these little gimmicky tracks would be
Oh.
on here, so
You could have
That's how
taken
it
off
goes.
this week.
I'll take off for sure if I don't make it in the last chance qualifier.
Oh, no, I meant like, you guys could have just, chosen to take spring break.
Well,
or
it's this or Martinsville, and at least this is a funny disaster, so.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Taking a look.
Well, I'm looking at Bristol. The average speed at Bristol is 190 miles an hour. On dirt, it's 47. That's kind of, kind of takes it in the heart.
Yeah. I guess so. You know who I'm looking for? Where is Justice?
Justice was in the first heat.
Yeah, where is he out here in the chat? I want to hear the two y'all go at it here because both of you got spun around at the worst times here in
I mean,
Heat
we
1.
could definitely get Justice in here for some pure entertainment. I mean, that's easy to do. I'm sure he'd be more than happy to.
Yes, I am
to talk
not
it out
seeing
here.
Would you
Mr.
like me to go?
Justice out there.
Oh,
Yeah, if you want to go get him, I'm sure
I-
he'd be happy to come and visit.
Dude, if you can find him, let me know. I do not see the number 12.
I will be right back.
All right. We're going to send him out and sick him.
okay, because, I still see him online. I'd have given it a shot.
Yeah, I don't see him here hanging out in the Discord with
there he
everybody.
is.
I didn't know if he's trying to maintain out there. Justice Murphy,
hey.
you got a copy?
I got a copy.
Attaboy, that's what I like to hear. Dude, talk to me. The two of y'all were out there, and talk to me about this last run here.
Yeah, that was. I'm not great once the track slicks up, because honestly, any practice we did this week, like trying to go run an official race, you couldn't run enough laps to know what to do on it. So, I was more frustrated that we didn't get all 30 laps of the heat race in, mainly for the sake of you guys and the people out there watching. But that just kind of happens, and I think everybody's pushing hard right there to try to make it through to the feature at the end, and that's why you kind of saw the consecutive restarts, and things get a little wild.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I don't like cutoffs. I hate it when dirt kind of shaves people down. But I couldn't imagine 28 drivers out here doing this all at once.
I could definitely imagine it would just be 100 caution laps is what it would be.
Yeah. I mean, looking at what we were doing in practice when all 28 of us were on the track, yeah, it was it would have been ugly.
All
We
right.
are clean in single file for the first 5. We have a little bit of promise here on this one, I think, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely pretty tough out here. Saying the restart's back underway. Trevor Keith trying to pull away with this one. Right now, back at lap 5, and this is wild here, guys, and definitely Trevor Keith into the wall right now. Michael Bennett avoids that, doing everything he can to kind of stay out of the way. Trevor Keith marching his way on back. Trevor Keith also one of the ones brand new. Check that out. Camera tonight. So he's trying to wheel this thing everything he can. And notice how he's choking up on that wheel. Really, really close. But we are back under caution. Oh, no.
Yeah, my guy out here in the 14, that man put in some work this week, boys.
Well,
to get it out there. So it's good to see him out there leading.
yeah, no kidding. Well, especially he talked about how much he worked, where he put in at Richmond, winning the NIS race, and now trying to win this one. That would be, kind of the come from behind compared to last season. He didn't have a single win last season. If he's able to yank out a second one here, that would be huge for for his confidence for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and especially with the amount of good cars you have now fishing in the LCQ. Rob, Trevor, Nick, this will be interesting.
Yeah.
I think we can see some fun. But I don't consider myself a good car this week.
Me neither, but I
told
mean, here we both
everybody
are.
I would have my champagne ready for watching the feature.
That's what we might have to
again.
get me and Justice in here for the 100-lap feature for some relief comedy.
Hey, I'm down.
game.
That's what it comes to. Yeah.
Holy cow. Well, we're taking a look at where it looks like Jackson Lomax, Blake Cook all made contact. Whoever thought that was a good camera angle should be shot. So Jackson Lomax, Blake Cook, and Dylan Smoot both got into it on this one. So back of the field for them, 11th, 12th, and 13th now. Oh,
I do
man.
want to jump in.
Tynan out there is saying, who said this one will be better? I don't think anybody did.
Hey, between
man.
you and me and the 28 people here and whoever's watching on YouTube, I knew this one wouldn't be better. Don't ask me why. But-
Oh my gosh.
But all jokes aside, though, I did want to say I'm not surprised to see Michael Bennett up front today in this heat race, and I think he has something for the feature as well, because he's one of those guys who I identified last season. Like, he's ready to take the next step and be a serious threat on a pretty much a weekly basis, and he's showing that now. And also, while we're giving shout outs to people, Dunford here in second place was really quick last week, and he's really quick this week. And I think there's something to be said there too. I'm not sure he's gotten enough shine for how good he's been in just the couple of weeks he's been here. And I know he started off the season, I think he might have missed a couple of races, but he's been really strong too. So we got some really good guys, new guys, or guys who are moving up the ranks and really starting to show a lot of speed. Pretty cool.
I actually think you have the wrong Dunford for who missed races. I think it was Dylan.
Dylan.
I think
Who is it?
Brandon's been in the Dylan Dunford. I think Brandon's been in the booth a little
Brandon,
more
yeah.
often than me and you, Rob.
Well,
Between Daytona, Richmond.
He
I
has,
mean,
but you know what? Maybe I'm just internalizing my own thing. Like, I haven't talked to him enough, so maybe it's all my fault.
Holy cow. All right, let's see if we can find the mountain man out there, and let's see. I hate making fun of the guy. I'm not trying to make fun of him, but see how that wheel? I've got to know on the dirt if this thing tries to break his wrists here.
Well, we're working on getting it surgically inserted into his body for next season.
Good.
So we'll see if we can do it.
Good, look at
Then
him
he
trying
can-
to rip this thing.
he can shift with his heartbeat once he does that next season instead of with the face buttons on the wheel.
For that and more great stories, make sure to watch the podcast.
Yeah, RR After Dark releases every Friday morning.
Hi, Evans.
All right, Michael Bennett still leading this one now, about in second in front of Trevor Keith. Brandon Dunford sitting third right now, only off by about a second and a half, but it doesn't take long to really get any sort of separation here. Once you do get underway, these guys able to really get a squeak away and push their way down the track. Michael Bennett putting some solid times down now. First one to reach a 22nd lap, but I can't say that's much right now. We can't seem to get some green flag laps as we are back under caution.
burgers around there.
Tell you who to keep an eye on right now, working his way forward, is the 18 slurp machine this week.
Yeah, I am watching Jacob Sirkovich and seeing how well he's doing out there. He ended up getting a little bit of a tangle up here right at the beginning, but let's take a look back at Jackson Lomax and Christopher Berger going out of here. Something went wrong. Oh, 96 around.
Jump the cushion. There. Oh.
Speaking of jumping the cushion, looks like Kynan Jones had done that from the transfer spot, final transfer spot there in the corner right before this had happened as well. He's recovered nicely though, so he's still in it, but
yeah, trying to keep it together. I know Kynan's been out there in the chat most of the night. We
Could have
brought
been a
him
lap
in the
before
booth
that.
earlier.
yeah.
And he's trying desperately to figure out how to get this one. He said he's worked really hard though. He said he's had a mentor working over top of him, you know, helping him out here on the dirt. But it's just, how do you stay out of trouble here? I mean, once you send it into the turn, or you're on your way out, you're kind of committed. There's not really a way you can go. And once you hit the brakes, if I'm not mistaken, you know, kind of the rear end of the car tries to outrun the front, and you're around.
Patrick, I got bad news for you. You're asking what it takes to stay out of trouble, and we got two people who haven't been racing tonight, and then two people who have hit everything but the pace car. So I'm not sure we really have that information in here right now.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to catch the brakes a couple times. Let me just tell you, up the banking is where you're headed. You're going to be about 3 rows into the stands if you try to hit the brakes.
Yeah, no, brakes are not an option tonight. They just all they do is make it worse.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, like when you're getting through here, especially right now with the worn out track, and you saw it there with Lomax's wreck, he was trying to get down there where there was maybe a little bit of dirt that's not touched. The problem is that's basically the transition from the apron to the banking, which is even worse than if you just ride it up into the wall. So.
Yeah, I see several of these guys kind of using the wall as kind of like gutter guards in bowling.
Yeah, we don't want to admit that, Stella. We don't want to give that secret away.
I would. I know it's a lot safer to do if you're racing in the trucks. You try to grind that right rear tail light off, but here in the cars, I just don't think there's enough trunk space. There's not enough quarter panel to really do that. So snagging that wall just, I don't know. I don't know.
Like you don't want to be too far low on the track. I high centered myself twice in the first heat on the bottom of the track on the exit at 2, I think. So if you don't want to be too low down there either, it just doesn't work.
Now we get the excitement of the double flowers though.
Oh yeah, let's ride along with Jeremy Burns here, see what it looks like. Squirrely here. I know. I also questioned in these cars how critical is shifting. I mean, is it one gear and go, or just...
Yeah.
One gear, leave it in fourth.
Most people are probably restarting in second or third, and then just getting to fourth as quick as they can.
Oh, they are beating the hell out of each other for seventh right here.
Kind of around with Smoot. Yeah.
Oh.
Jacob Sirkovich sent it in there and got into the back of Kynan and kind of...
Jacob's around Sirkovich. Yeah.
Still?
Into the back of Schaefer and then into the...
now they're reckoning ahead of him. Oh, we got him everywhere. Now they're reckoning turn 4.
We're under caution.
Around. Michael Bennett,
around. Bennett's involved.
In it. Oh, jeez.
We're under caution. Schaefer.
The pace car's in it, Patrick. The pace car's around.
My heavens.
The only thing this race is missing is Ted Rekich, I'm telling you.
Truly.
That's what this is missing.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah.
A little bit of Teddy and Blake. That's what we need.
Oh my gosh.
We just need those boys to go at it. That would really put the cherry on top.
All right.
We just can't have him in the booth.
Let's take a look at Kynan. There we go, up into Loveland. Oh. Oof.
Jeez.
Well, the worst part is I can't blame that 100% on Kynan. It looked like he had the room, but then Loveland closed the gap.
Well, he got a little help from Jacob on corner entry there, which probably didn't help.
Yeah.
Zirkovich gave him a push around.
Yeah.
Is it just me or on my screen, but he has a 99 on the side and it looks like a 39 on the top?
Yeah, so that's the track
there,
house.
Yeah,
that's the track house 9, so...
Yeah, there's a camera up there, so it kind of takes a little bit of notch out of it. Now let's turn around. Oh, boy.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
easy to do.
Oh.
That right there is easy to do.
Well, I think we were under caution originally when Kynan and Berger went around, but now Michael Bennett's got some damage to the front of his race car here, and this may be.
And Bennett's leading the race. After all this, he's back to the front.
Yeah, so
Well,
the
with the-
DNC, the do not count caution laps kind of make this weird. You can get all your spots back in situations
Yes.
like this as long as you don't pit.
Yes. Yes.
We
So,
will not
yeah,
have that
Oh,
problem during the feature.
also
though.
with no cautions, does this revert us back to before the caution? Like that you get the spots back.
That's what I thought.
Because I've
As
seen
long as you don't come to a complete stop, yes.
Okay, but it's like if I pass 3 cars during the wreck, technically, I've seen sometimes in dirt they'll reset it and everybody goes back to where they originally started. So like Kynan would be like back up in the 8th position if he didn't end up getting massacred there.
Right. I think it's as long as they don't get completely stopped on the track, they get them back.
Okay.
It's very odd with these do not count laps. I don't run enough dirt to be 100% on that, but most of the time it's based off of if they get stopped or not.
All right, well, we got 19 laps to go. They got 11 and a half minutes.
It's not looking good.
It's not looking
No.
good.
I think our heat, I voiced this about not running all the laps, and we ran like 10 laps in 5 minutes, and then 15 laps in the next 25 minutes. So that was interesting.
Well, fortunately, you guys will be worn out after this because next week will be an off week. Next time the Racing Revolution returns back to the track will be at the Alabama Mile at Talladega on April 26th. We're back under green here, 19 to go. Let's try this again. Take a look at Jackson Lomax. He's squeezed in there tight right next to James Loveland, but I think
we got Kynan and Schaefer around in the back.
No,
Yep.
no caution
on,
as
guys.
of yet. Let's keep it going. Back up to Grant.
Oh man, they're 3 wide from the transfer spot.
Yeah.
No, look out. Blake Cook gets squeezed out. Loveland trying to hold his line here. Gets a little push. Oh, no.
Little shot.
Hold on,
Hang on to
Dylan
it, though.
Smoot.
Does anybody else make terrible faces as we're watching?
Hey, you've got the
I think
camera
that's
on. You've
all of
probably
us.
seen them. Yeah, you.
Oh man. You should see the faces when we're in the car doing it.
I
All
thought,
right.
oh, speaking of which, where's Grant Thorpe? Because he
no.
always puts some body English into it.
Yeah, Grant Thorpe
Oh,
gets
yeah, it'd
leaning.
be
Let's take a look at
great
Grant
week
Thorpe.
for Thorpe.
He's tuned in. He's listening. He knows. All right, let's see.
Hey, we're nice and spread out here. I'm feeling good about this one.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one might run to the end. That would
Yep.
be good. There's Grant. Grant Thorpe right now, he's moved up into 3rd position. Right now, this is awesome for him. So right
He
now
looks
we got
pretty
Michael Bennett.
smooth.
Yeah, right now we got Michael Bennett, Jeremy Burns, Grant Thorpe 1, 2, and 3. Brandon Dunford sitting 4th with Jacob Sirkovich in the 5th position. Trevor Keith in 6th, and in the final cutoff spot, James Loveland on his return sitting 7th. So this is looking pretty good as Jackson Lomax goes a lap down here. Look at Grant trying to wheel it. Ooh, had to straighten out just a little bit there. Now we're, hey, we got some green flag laps going here, guys.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
solid.
Spread out. It'll be that transfer spot battle that we need to worry
Yeah.
about.
Loveland and Smoot. Smoot has a lot of speed. He's battling
yeah.
it out with him right now.
Yes.
I think Smoot had about the highest dirt I rating in here. I think he was 2nd to Schaefer, so not surprised that he would be up there.
He's currently sitting in 11th.
Oh, Loveland made
Yeah.
a big mistake
Uh-oh.
right there.
Yeah.
Gotta
Oh,
close the gap big
Lomax
time.
and
Blake Cook,
Blake.
yeah, just made contact. The 96
I'll tell you
Lomax.
what, those 4 teammates, or at least the 3 of them, Blake, Lomax, and Berger, can't seem to stay off of each other. Man,
Got a battle.
last week at Richmond, I think Lomax and Berger hit each other.
Oh, no,
Loveland in the
Loveland
wall.
into the wall.
Loveland, no.
That's gonna hurt bad.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a lot of ground to make up without a caution.
Wow, that is going to be a lot of work now. So James Loveland way off pace now. He's got to make up over a second to catch back up to Dylan Smoot, who's now running away with this one.
Yeah,
Sitting
Schaefer
7th.
just went a lap down, which basically locks him into the LCQ.
Yep.
That's that makes the LCQ that much tougher.
Yeah, no
These
kid.
leaders are throwing sliders and all types of stuff up here, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This looks like people who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give it to Michael Bennett here. Look at him slinging this thing.
Yeah.
Right now,
He's
Jeremy
up there
Burns.
running the cushion.
You wouldn't think Jeremy Burns would be up here running this thing, but he's right behind him. He's not letting him get away, only half a second behind. I mean, one slide job, and that he'd be right all over him. So the battle is
Jeremy's
for the
found
lead.
something there in the last couple of laps.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's making up a lot of distance here, especially running in the rookie class in the dirt. He's doing a hell of a job here, sitting second.
He's looking for that playoff point. If he can get in front of Bennett.
Yeah, he's trying. He's trying, but Bennett's been showing all night here so far. No one's to pass him. You saw what happened when somebody does. He definitely puts it into the side. He says, "Oh, no, you don't." Waits for them
I'll
to
tell
get
you what,
up.
I'm proud of these boys. This green flag race, and maybe they complete all 30 laps.
Oh, yeah. Take
What's
a
our
look.
time frame?
Oh, yeah, we
We
will.
have,
Yeah,
Still
we're
got
good on
7
time.
minutes
here.
left.
Yeah, we're good on time. Yeah, I want to keep an eye on Michael Bennett. It looks like he preloads for the turn here. I definitely want to keep an eye on that. We'll take a shot up top. See how he kind of preloads, takes this turn to the side, and then slings the car in. So he's getting the weight loaded up on the suspension so he can sling in and almost triangulate the turn instead of drag it through like some of these guys that we notice are
Trevor
doing.
Keith around. He's going to knock himself out.
Oh,
No.
Top
no.
7 there.
And Tay McDonough was saying he was the one to beat tonight.
Oh, that gifts Loveland a spot into the feature
Yep,
It sure does.
That's exactly what he needed.
and puts another very good car into the LCQ if that's where Trevor ends up.
Holy cow. I was going to say, James Loveland returning here for Tire Slayer Racing. Yeah, that's going to work out pretty good, but that at least another driver that's not there since Earhart has now made it in the last chance qualifier. I mean, Schaefer will be there, Earhart will be there, Loveland just now squeaking out of it.
It's not over yet, man. I mean, we got plenty of time. One caution, all hell can break loose. Justice Murphy might end up getting wrecked in this race, too, if you just hang around a little bit longer.
That's no lie. I got to keep my streak up. I got to see how many weeks I can either finish top 3 or wrecked.
Both of you. Both of you.
Either all the way in the top or all the way in the bottom, huh?
That's
Oh, yeah.
right.
4 laps left to go.
They're working on a wreck it back here for 8.
Oh,
So,
boy.
here comes Cotton. Man, sucks he got involved in that earlier. He has had a lot of speed here in this heat so far, it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Schaefer into the wall.
Yeah, it
That's
looked
the
like
call.
There
Schaefer
it is.
sent that one
Oh,
too deep.
and
No!
Blake
over.
cleans out
Blake.
Condon afterwards.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
All right.
Yep. Yep. I definitely expect to see the box light up on that one.
That,
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
that'll change things a bit.
Unfortunately,
My.
the cars are going to be repaired before they head to the last chance qualifier. Brandon Richardson will have another shot to go at it as well. He'll be joining these guys. Let's take another look at this. Oh,
I gotta see this one again.
yeah. This one's... What happened was it? Schaefer, this is the one where originally Schaefer ended up kind of getting messed up. This is where, like you said, the original tangle up here. That's where Schaefer got knocked out. But that was back on lap 26. Is that problem there? Now, I'm kind of curious to see what exactly, what causes these guys. There we go. There's a
Oh, that's a good one.
bird's eye view here. Look how Schaefer dives into this turn here. He sends this
Bottom
thing.
feeder.
I mean, he's holding his line down there, and Kynan comes down and gets him, really.
Yeah, Condon more than likely caught a bump right there up in the cushion and just straightened the car out.
Yeah, the cars like to over-rotate
that's-
up there, and then it just carries you down the track.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Blake, like we talked about before, there's no brakes. I mean, forget
Yeah.
the brakes; they don't
No,
really do anything.
That was
Trevor
rough.
only got by because he just stayed in the gas, so he was clean to get by. Blake's trying to brake, and that's it.
Speaking of staying in the gas, I think we're about to see a whole lot of staying in the gas here on this restart. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Well, 3 to go.
And how many minutes?
3 minutes
3
to
minutes. Oh, yeah. Get her done.
I'll tell you what, a camera on that 99 car to see what he does from the 8th position.
Yeah, I would.
Maybe what we want to see.
Yeah, yep. Can't seem to talk Kynan into a camera as of yet. We've tried.
So as it stands, James Loveland is in the cutoff position, P7. I believe Blake Cook is going to be P8 on the
Yes.
outside of him here.
Yep. Yeah, right now Blake Cook 8th, Trevor Keith 9th, Kynan Jones 10th, and it looks like Schaefer, Lomax, Berger are all down pit road now, and they may be out for the last chance qualifier. So it'll thin out the field just by 3 cars, but I expect to see these guys all behind James Loveland here. Those are going to be the ones really shooting for his spot. So wild race for James Loveland to come back to.
Yeah, originally not expecting him back till Talladega, but he got it looked like a week early. So good to see him back out here. He adds a lot of depth to Tire Slayer. Those boys are quick, but this will be fun. All 10 cars still on track have a chance to get through.
Oh yeah, and even some of them get knocked out here. I mean, if let's say Grant Thorpe gets into the side, Jeremy Burns here. I mean, that could be huge. For some of these guys in the back and send these guys to the last chance qualifier. And like Stella was saying, we've only got 4 that are going to make it out of that. So those guys trying to duke it out there right at the end, I don't see it going well here, gentlemen.
Not entirely sure why, but it's a single file restart here, which is going to be interesting.
Right.
Oh.
That's awkward because it said double file at the caution, so this ought to be fun.
Yeah, it did. Not sure what's up with that, but here we go.
Yeah, the only time it says is consecutive cautions will be single file.
iRacing doing its finest job here.
Consecutive, yeah.
It's an inside job by iRacing for sure.
Yep, here we go. They're tired of it. They're ready to get it over with. Here we go. Got to get around a couple clean times. I want to shoot back here for this James Loveland area, as to be expected. Trevor Keith sends it. Blake Cook in the wall. He's got the spot. Blake Cook riding it. Chastaining it.
Oh.
No, he's back out now. He's back out.
Oh, he had it. Check out James Loveland from 7th to 5th. Gets around Sirkovich. Sirkovich holding on to it.
Sirkovich is in the cutoff spot here.
Yep, and he's going to lose it here in just a second. Is there 3 wide? There it is. That's what Trevor Keith's needed, the way he goes.
Squirted through there like a watermelon seed through your teeth.
Wow.
No caution.
Michael Bennett, Jeremy Burns, Grant Thorpe, Brandon Dunford, Dylan Smoot, James Loveland, and Trevor Keith make it to the feature race.
Wow.
Sending Blake Cook, Kynan Jones, and Jacob Sirkovich, the last of the guys out there running, will be going to the last chance qualifier.
Can't wait to do it again, Justice. What do you think?
Let's get out there, sling some dirt. It looks like the track's going to be nice and slick for us. This ought to be a fun battle.
All right, gentlemen.
Good luck, buddy.
Good luck, guys. All right, let's send these boys back to their respective teams here, and we'll get this underway. This is going to be a wild one. I don't know exactly how this last one's going to go here, Stella, but what do you say we take a look at him?
Why not?
You know what? I went ahead the other grid. This one's all yours.
Ooh, well, for Performance Motorsports in the first place is Nick Alves in number 24. Blake Cook is in second for TriStar Motorsports. Trevor Earhart is on the inside of the second row with Kynan Jones on the outside coming in from Australia. Justice Murphy in his 12 All About Bugs car, sponsor tonight, is in 5th. Jacob Sirkovich next door in the 18 car, but will be matching the Slurp. Matthew Robinson, number 1 for Performance Motorsports, also in 7th. Jackson Lomax in 8th. Robert Rader for Element X in 9th. Chris Schaefer, our dirt man out here, in 10th place. 11th is Wayne Lowe. And 12th for Turn 1 Racing, Chris Berger. We got 2 more.
Oh, yeah. Zach Hanna will not be locking and loading here tonight. I believe Brandon Richardson might be down as well. Right now, I am not showing them out on the track, so it may be ending with Christopher Berger. Brandon Richardson and Zach Hanna are not out on the track, so you are correct. Our top 12 drivers out here on the track, just remember, 4 drivers make it here.
Yes.
So right now, Nick Alves, Trevor Earhart, Blake Cook, and Kynan Jones are in the hot seat here. As
and
Justice
Kynan
Murphy's
says
going to be
he's
sending.
taking no prisoners.
Yeah, I believe it. Right now, he's got to be pretty upset with the last heat he was in. He's got a lot of work to do. But Stella, how many laps? We only got 20, and this is going to be the one to make it happen. As Nick Alves here in the front. Interesting to see Nick Alves in the front. Behind him will be Trevor Earhart, and I'd be a little concerned if I'm that 24 car. You know, even if you know your car may not be the shooting star out there tonight, you know, and you've got the guy who's a bolt of lightning behind you, this may be pretty rough. Trevor Earhart could send this thing 3 wide, I mean, in the blink of an eye, and get this in all sorts of trouble. So let's see how this goes. Bad restart here, Blake Cook, but I'm sure something's coming back. As Blake Cook and Kynan going at it. Here they go. Kynan, like he said, taking no prisoners. He's tired of this, and he is sending
I don't
it through.
blame him. Get up front and stay up front is the only safe way to play out here tonight.
Oh, yeah, the boys who are joining us here in the booth right now. There it is.
Oh.
There's the contact. Justice Murphy just trying to keep his hopes alive here. Falls down to 10th. Has contact there with Kynan Jones. Kynan trying to stay alive here. Oof. Contact there with Jacob Sirkovich. And I believe we are back under caution as Sirkovich is now slung down pits.
we might have a can't help it pit lane violation.
Yeah, we'll see. It may be a black flag wave here after that. Believe showing even after that, it looks like Trevor Earhart was able to gain the lead.
I believe you. We need a new tower.
Yeah, not looking too good here.
No, we still got Bennett up front.
Yeah, it's not really liking this shuffling through the heats here.
No.
We'll see if we can get something squared away here.
I think it's having issues also because we've been ending on time, not on laps.
Yeah, not on laps. Yeah, you're probably right about that. I do want to kind of stick around with Kynan here on some of these wrecks here, because this is it does tangle up pretty bad here.
Yes, but I'll tell you, he had some serious speed. I mean, when he put it down, he was going somewhere. I mean, right off the start, you know, he was pushing Blake Cook out of the way.
Yeah. But you see, he's just coming through with so much speed, and then we see Sarkovich almost straightens it out there, right there in the turn. So not looking so hot here. Now kind of continues to battle it up front here. Let's see if we can get a little something here. Come on, show me. Nope. Figures.
Oh.
See if we can reset this thing here. This is getting pretty rough out there.
Well, while you play with that, I will say all about Bugs Tennessee, your 5-star family-owned pest control and termite experts in Sevierville, Tennessee. Will give you a free quote or inspection if you just give them a call. So like they say, if bugs are bugging you, you should be bugging us. So contact them at allaboutbugstn.com.
Speaking about all about bugs, do you realize now that I have the tower fixed, Justice Murphy's got himself back into 6th?
Really?
Yeah, slung down to the last place, and he's back up to 6th position. Still battling to get in the last chance. Those 4 spots right now: Earhart, Alves, Rader, and Robinson hold it.
I'll be darned.
So we'll see
if he doesn't make it into the top 4, it's just because he really liked being on air with us and he wanted to come back.
Oh yeah. Right now, Matthew Robinson, Chris Schaefer. Be front to back here. Schaefer looking to break into the top 4. All right, here we go. Robinson, great launch here. Looks like Christopher Schaefer. Oh, yeah. Gets a little nudge there by Justice Murphy. Murphy moves up into 5th. Right now, trying to chase him down. Not enough room here. It's definitely hard to get these cameras in the right angle there, Stella. Especially those guys here. They've got 5 different angles all over the track here. But Justice Murphy trying to run down the SimTraX machine. He's got some speed here. Look, he's kind of catching up. Let's take a ride along with him here.
Okay. I kind of wonder if you let him in on something when you showed him how Bennett was doing it. That preloading the turn.
Yeah, that worked good if Alves didn't just mess up that one.
Yeah. Oh,
Right now, that's exactly what Justice Murphy needed to see. Oh, man, look how close he cut that.
nice.
Yeah, no
Nice.
kidding. So we can tell who else has been putting in the work. He said Michael Bennett's been putting in a lot of work here to keep this one, to keep it close and stay fast out there. I wonder if we can find it. Yeah, let's grab a hold of him.
Oh, nope. He just hit the back of Nick Alves, and that was the end of that.
Yeah, and that's going to do it for them. Right now, let's go ahead and grab a hold of Michael Bennett here. Michael, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's up, Patrick?
Yeah, man. Hey, how's it feel with that Heat win?
It feels good. The last 27 laps. The first 3 started off pretty rocky, and I looked like a pretty big cuss word out there, really. So after we got it settled in a little bit, apparently I didn't have a graphic setting on turned on to show me track wear. So I thought we were coming out on a fresh track. We were not.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it rolled over from P1. So that's why I was throwing it in there, and it wasn't sticking. Because it was already worn down. Yeah. So once we figured that out, we got into a little bit of a groove, and then just tried to run our laps.
You had a heck of a groove going.
Yeah, it felt good. After I realized how worn down the track was, I knew where I needed to let off, knew where I needed to enter the turn at, and then it super helped that Grant and Jeremy were getting racy behind me. So, yeah, that was awesome.
How do you feel going into the feature here? You gonna be the man to beat?
I'm gonna be honest. I hope this. I love the 21, but man, I hope he's not there. He's super fast, man. We've been doing a lot of dirt track stuff here lately together, and I mean, he's been helping me out a lot. But dude, he's just so quick here, and he's got another gear that I haven't seen anybody get close to yet. Maybe Logan, but that's about it. So feeling all right. I mean, definitely happy with the stage points and the playoff point. So we'll take what we can get at this point.
Oh yeah, well you do have a chance to go back to back here. You got to be riding pretty high off that Richmond run. So now we come to another short track. To me, unfortunately, it's on dirt, man. I would love to see you guys out here, ripping it on the concrete. But I mean, I'm interested to see, like you said, where this is. I mean, because if you think about it, Trevor Earhart, yes, he'll get in, but he's going to be in the back of the pack. From the top 4 that get taken away from here. He'll be in the back of the pack. You'll be actually, I believe, starting on the outside of row number 1.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't let that fool anybody. I've seen this guy run through all of the official races he was running in, and purposely starting in the back. I would imagine for this very reason. You'll see him move up very quick.
All right, pit strategy. What has to be done? Do we take tires? Or is this only a fuel and go here?
I believe it's going to be fuel and go. From all the officials I ran, it's not doing anything for tire wear. I don't think we'll have any problems with tires. I think if you take tires, it's just going to slow you down.
Man, oh man. All right, man. Well, this is going to be a shootout, man. I'm interested to see what comes up with the feature. But Michael Bennett, talk to me a little bit about Slurp, man, because I see there's more than one car out there tonight.
Oh yeah. Dude, saw the opportunity for free marketing and took it. So got the 18 in on it. One of my good
familiar.
Buddies. Yeah, I got the 18 in on it. One of my good buddies, he's running some random scheme that he found off iRacing, and I was like, well, hey man, what if I take my scheme and change up the colors a little bit? Would you run it? And he was like, is it gonna cost me anything? I was like, not at all. He said, sure, send it over. So here we are.
Sweet.
Nice.
All right, man. Well, Michael Bennett, I will let you kind of study these guys so you know what you're racing against. Congratulations on your Heat win, and hopefully we'll see you win this one, bud.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm gonna get back in here and try and help the teammates out.
All right, bud. Take it easy.
All right.
All right, that's gonna do it for Michael Bennett. We are back under green. Away we go. Trevor Hardy says has a different gear. 1 second lead already. Matthew Robinson into second. Raider just trying to stay above cutoff line as Nick Alves challenges him. Nick Alves sitting 4th right now. Blake Cook. Holy
And Justice Murphy. Both giving him the time.
Look who's coming back. Don't say he doesn't have the opportunity or the option here. Kynan Jones is making it all the way back up to the front, but him, right now, he is in some hot water right now. Him and Blake Cook have gotten into it a couple of times, and him and Justice Murphy. And right now, who is he around? All these guys. So Kynan Jones, whoa!
Oh, hang on. Nice.
A little too hard into that one, but saves it. Cuts right back up in front, but here he is, right next to Chris Schaefer, and Kynan's had a little trouble with Chris Schaefer out there as well. So it's hard to kind of come around. Oh no. Oh.
Yep. Came off that wall, and that was the end of that suit.
Yeah. Well, we kind of saw that entire lap there. It was just that car was out of sorts. He wasn't able to get back in that lane. And he was fighting it. You know, when you start on the inside, it's hard not to slide up on the turn. And then when he's too high in the turn, you try to come back down, and you just end up in that seesaw effect, back and forth, trying to keep it all in one place, but it's just impossible to do.
Yeah, it's wild. It looks like a game of overcorrection, but I mean, it's just out of control.
Yeah.
Wild.
This is where Kynan Jones, Blake Cook ended up getting himself turned around there as well. It's just not. This is not going Kynan's night here. This is just kind of getting blasted to pieces here, and it's hard to come. It's kind of hard to come back from that. Well, we got about 10, 11 laps left to go here. What do we do?
Yeah, I remember seeing Kynan race dirt, but in a different kind of car. It was one of those cars where they almost look like they have no skin on them. And he was doing very well.
I don't remember in dirt. I remember, I believe VRA Racing League. He was back in the open-wheeled modifieds.
Well, do they go sideways too?
No, not normally.
Okay.
Not normally unless something bad's happening, but speaking of something not bad happening, let's get a hold of the number 9, the Mountain Man. Let's see how he's doing. Jeremy Burns, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Bro, talk to me about the race out there. What are your outlooks on the feature?
I'm just glad that I made it, honestly. But, I mean, that heat was pretty crazy. We got a good green flag run there. We were up in second, so, I mean, we had great speed. Really looking forward to seeing who makes it through this, though, because, it's already been a little crazy, but I'm ready to see what these guys are about to get up to.
So you spotting for teammate Rob Rader there?
Oh, yeah. And while I'm doing that, I'm looking at all the carnage going around him, too.
Yeah. Well, I asked Bennett before, while I had it. Oh, Matthew Robinson just took it straight in the wall there. Justin Murphy's going to get the worst of that. Yep.
What is going? What are we doing?
I know.
Good Lord.
Okay, good. That's
No
how
caution.
I sound too. It's
No
like
caution.
painful, but it's painful.
It continues. So now Justice Murphy goes almost from the cutoff spot down to 9. Christopher Schaefer, one of our best dirt racers out here, 10th spot
great.
for him. Good Lord.
Blake.
And now we're back under caution again. Blake's around. I think I might do it for Blake tonight. I don't think he's had enough. All right, well, as I was saying, I think Michael Bennett was, I was asking him if he was kind of watching how other people were driving out here and kind of getting a different style of, I guess how people move around, how different people drive out there. I noticed Michael Bennett almost preloads for his turn. He actually makes a right turn first and then swings left to preload the suspension to sling into the turn. But I noticed you were able to keep right up with him, almost in lockstep there in the final 10 laps.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't have the confidence in the car to swing it that far because we were up in second, and I knew that as long as I was top 7, I was making it. So I just didn't want to do anything to, mess up the car, or spin it out, and just, kind of lose it all. I had nothing to gain and all to lose at that point. So, I mean, we'll see what we have for him in the feature, and we're definitely going to send it a little bit harder. It's just I'm glad that I got in that feature because that's security, and that's better than 19th place points.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, this should start you on the outside of the second row. At least, like I said, it's not going to be, fighting through all 14 cars. You're going to be looking at a good bit of them behind you, but what they're all going to be doing is trying to run you down. How is the vision out there, when you're drifting these cars? I know more in the dirt cars, sometimes the wing gets in the way. I mean, how hard is it to see out of these cars if somebody's passing you on the inside?
I mean, that's where we really rely on the spotter. But when it comes to the dirt aspect, I actually have a lot of my settings turned down to where it's not necessarily blocking my vision. But that spotter's crucial, man. I mean, Grant was diving in there in my inside there in the last 5 or 10 laps. And I just knew that if he said inside, just give him room. Like I said, we were just giving each other room. And I actually keyed up and told him, like, we're on the same page, right? We're just trying to get to the feature. So that was good, and we raced there. We raced hard. We raced very clean, actually, for being on dirt. But yeah, that spot.
I read that as, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, there's no sense of knocking each other out, and then neither one of you made it, or you'd be out here racing with these guys. So right now, what are you thinking of Trevor Earhart's line and his racing out here tonight?
I mean, he's been fast all week. I mean, we ran the practice race last night, and he was very consistent. So we're definitely just trying to look here, especially, you know, other than trying to get Rob in the feature, just try to see what works for other guys. That way, maybe if we get a green flag run in the feature, we can go in there and just try some different things.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, man. Right now, Rob really needs a good finish here. He's been kind of dismal all season, and especially reigning champ season 1 and 2. This is unusual to see the 53 Ford, you know, in the backs for so long, for so many races. I think his break will come a lot later in the season, but you've had a few to say about that, you know, to make sure he doesn't win.
Yeah, you know, Rob's a great guy, and you know, it's been unfortunate, but he actually gave me the craziest stat I think I've ever heard out of him. And if he makes it tonight, or even if he started, right, because he's finished outside the top 20, he will have the best place in points than he has in the last 5 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Crazy sad?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, because I know he's been gaining playoff points. I mean, he's been collecting them like something else. So I know he has more playoff points, I think, than anybody else out here, just because of his stage wins. But it's pretty wild out here.
Yeah, and I think this is one of the one-off tracks where, you know, we really get to just come out here and have some fun. And there really isn't another track that we go to where it's like, oh, this might, you know, transfer over. So, like I said, tonight, the winner, I mean, it's going to be awesome to see who gets it. I mean, look at this battle back here for third. But, I mean, this is just crazy watching these guys, you know, slinging around here and just have so much fun, man.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, Jeremy Burns, appreciate you joining us, man. Help Element X. Try to keep it, get a couple more of your guys up there, man. They're going to need your help. Appreciate you joining us.
Yes, sir.
All right. And we are taking a look at the battle A. Yep. And let me tell you right now, Kynan's not going to let off the gas on that one. He's going for it because right now that's the cutoff spot. And Kynan needs it desperately. So he pushes his way on through. Matthew Robinson drops down to 5th. I'm waiting to see if there's going to be any sort of retaliation. Earhart, Raider, and Owls 1, 2, and 3. Kynan Jones now has 4th. Matthew Robinson trying to chase him and resurrecting his race yet again. Justice Murphy right behind sitting 6th with 5 laps left to go. We'll see, check down on our timer and see what it looks like. Oh, man, they got about a minute and a half here to get this one underway. Justice Murphy now into 5th. Now he's got to pass his nemesis here of Kynan Jones. So let's see if the All About Bugs number 12 can make it into the feature. This is going to be huge right now. 4 laps left to go. Justice Murphy has got to make up some time here. He's got about 3/4 of a second to catch that number 99, but Kynan's doing everything he can to make that gap a little more. Kynan able to make the separation here. He's pulling away right now. Justice Murphy starting to reel him in on turn exit. 3 laps left to go. Here he comes, number 12. Look how he's sending it into the turn. Justice Murphy starting to reel him in here. This could be huge. Right now, if there were a caution, this might be it.
No cautions.
Let's keep an eye out for that cutoff spot. If somebody ends up fumbling here, Nick Howes looks like he gets in the wall a little bit. Justice Murphy trying to see if he can make it here, but I think he had a little mess up on that last turn as he's now bound by 1.5 seconds.
Ouch.
Not looking good. Yep. All right, here comes the battle for third.
Oh.
Right now, Kynan on the inside of Nick Alves. Nick Alves, I guarantee, is puckered up now.
Yeah, but guys, don't kill each other.
Yeah, Kynan definitely wants to make it up at least another row here if he can make it. Earhart takes the win. Raider makes it into the finale. And we're watching the shot here. Justice Murphy, full send, baby. Doesn't get it. No slider for him. Nick Alves makes it, and Kynan Jones makes it into the feature.
Wow.
Elimination. Justice Murphy, Christopher Berger, Wayne Lowe, Matthew Robinson eliminated. Christopher Schaefer eliminated.
Schaefer, yeah.
Blake Cook, Jacob Sirkovich eliminated. This is insane.
Yeah. That's,
Wow.
definitely not your usual suspects, you would think, coming off of a road course, a dirt track. And they're, well, okay, but answer me this. Are they doing poorly here because they're not in the right car for dirt that they're used to, or just because the other guys are taking them out?
It may be a combination of both. I mean, this is going to be pretty wild. Right now, I think this front line right here is going to be pretty great. I can't wait to see how these top cars get around here, and especially after all those heats and all those laps, and now some of these guys with the time off, the Heat 1 winners, all that time off is now gonna start setting in and doing some wild stuff. You're warmed up, you're ready to go, but now you've cooled off, and now we gotta try warm up again. So let's take a look at our starting lineup here for the feature race of the night. Travis Gilbert and Michael Bennett is starting 1 and 2, starting in row number 2. Alice Forget, Jeremy Burns, the Mountain Man, will be starting in the 4th position. Caleb Gilbert starting 5th, and on the outside will be Grant Thorpe with TriStar Motorsports. Let's see if that $77 General Machine can get his way into the winner's circle here tonight. Kevin Orlando will be starting 7th, and Brandon Dunford back in the 8th position. Parker Johnston, man, squeaked through, but he made it. 9th position with Dylan Smoot starting in the 10th position. Not too bad, but he's got a good bit of cars to pass. So right now, Mayhem Motorsports hoping they can get Dylan Smoot up front, but they will at least be starting in 8th and 10th. Rotating back, Jeffrey Israel now starting 11th, and on the outside of row number 6 will be James Loveland. Finishing out the rest of our field. Logan Romney, 13th. Trevor Keith, he made it. 14th position. Trevor Earhart, these are all your guys who made it in the last chance qualifier. Trevor Earhart and Robert Rader will be starting all the way back here for 15th and the 16th position.
Wow.
And row number 9. Nick Alves making it by the skin of his teeth, and the final position. Kynan Jones with a last few lap pass there on Matthew Robinson for that 18th position. So right now this is huge. But let's go ahead and get this underway as we're under green, mashing up already. Kevin Orlando trying to win it on the first lap here, sends it right in front of Grant Thorpe there, makes contact with the Mountain Man, and he slides his way on through, moves 2 positions up immediately. So watch out for Kevin Orlando. He wants to definitely get his playoff spot back. Let's take a look at where all our guys are here. Oh my gosh. Getting pretty tight here. Kevin Orlando finally getting the track the way he likes it, nice and slick as he rotates his way on through. Gets right behind the Mountain Man and Jeremy Burns. Oh yeah, on the inside. Makes a little contact with the number 9. There it is. Jeremy Burns returns the favor and straightens him back out, but Kevin Orlando with a fantastic recovery. This is more of what you want to see, right, Stella?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I much prefer green flag racing. I have to admit.
No! Michael
Come
Bennett
on,
gets
Jeremy,
a little out of
hold it.
sorts there. And I think Jeremy checked up on the brakes. Might have thought he was on concrete. As you see, it kind of the rear end of the car outruns him there, sends it on down, allowing Kevin Orlando 4 positions gained now. But you want to talk about man on the move here is Trevor Earhart trying to look. Unfortunately, as we turn into him, Ross Chastanian around here. He's up 9 positions, about to break into the top 5 as Grant Thorpe's around.
Oh. Clink.
Yeah, I give it to Grant Thorpe for continuing to lean into the gas there, and getting down off the surface, making sure he was out of the run there.
I don't know. This track is so tiny. There's a It's hard to get out of the way sometimes,
Oh, yeah.
even if you wanted to.
Definitely, these guys will most likely be running half track and up, so he's got some room. Especially, you used to not, the apron, and now the apron is dirt as well, so they have even more room to duck on off. But out there, I believe Michael Farron is out there in the chat, and he says Farron is fast. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. Well, he is set multiple world records on iRacing for his dirt speed. So him out here joining us, you'll be able to catch him on Sunday nights when I broadcast the Thunder Racing League. We should be lined back up with them this upcoming week. And you probably see Michael Farron, Christopher Schaefer, Matthew Croakey out there. That should be a good one. Matt Grimm will be out there. So all the fast guys you're used to seeing, they'll be out there on Sunday night. Appreciate you joining us, Michael Farron, and hopefully you'll enjoy this dirt race. Sometimes it seems to be a little bit of a caution fest out here as these guys try to make these next gens do what they're not supposed to do. All right, Ray Lane out there saying Logan Romney winner. We'll see if Logan Romney can do it. Right now I'm showing Logan Romney up to 7th, but let's go back and take a look at our caution as Grant Thorpe got turned around here. Oof. There's Logan Romney in the 3. Oh, 77. See, and that's just the wrong spot on the track. He
All
tried
by
to get the car to
himself.
rotate, and that was it.
Now, we do need to remember this being the feature lap, 100 laps. We will be counting the cautions laps, unlike the heats. So if they want to do this whole thing at iPacing rate, that's up to them.
Well, it would be much easier for the leaders of Travis Gilbert and Michael Bennett. I'm sure they would appreciate that, getting up to the front. Yeah, so Grant Thorpe loses 12 positions, drops down to 18th. So he'll be back here fighting with Kynan Jones, Nick Alves, and Jeffrey Israel to see if he can get back to the front. Raider trying to survive here. He's up to 14th position for him. One of those given to him by Grant Thorpe.
I was going to ask you, Trevor Earhart came in on the last chance qualifier, and he's in 6th. How many did he come up already? I mean, is
Trevor
he our hard?
Earhart's- Yeah, he's moved up 9 positions. He's got a lot of right front damage, though. He ground that wall pretty hard around some of those turns. So,
All right.
let's
Away
see
we
if,
go.
If we end up under a caution again, we'll see if we can get our driver mashup here and take a look at some of the drivers wheeling it around here. All right, already 3 wide. Caleb Gilbert on the inside. Mountain Man watching the 21. Notice how Trevor Earhart isn't really... He's hammering that wall. I think he's trying to find a little more room here on the track to squeeze on by. Oof. Yeah, right now Trevor Earhart's car is taking a beating right there again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's real happy about hanging out in the back. Right now, the technique is working. He's gained 11 positions with Logan Romney. Right now, these two getting lining up behind Michael Bennett.
Yeah, the only problem with him using the outside like that is when somebody like Logan Romney is on the outside and he starts using his car to skim off of.
I definitely wouldn't put it past those two guys. They're going to try to get this one. Grant Thorpe, check that out, 14th position, so he's on his march up, trying to make it happen. Parker Johnston will be next. Jeremy Burns has dropped down to 7th. Still a lot of work left to do. Kevin Orlando, 2nd position for him. He's trying to run down Travis Gilbert. Does he have enough time? I would say so, but does, what comes via pit strategy? As it looks like I said, Go for Broke Racing right now, they've been kind of battling themselves most of this year. Atlanta, it was Kevin Orlando and Tay McDonald. Now we see Kevin Orlando and Travis Gilbert now.
Yeah.
So this is pretty good here for the Go for Broke Racing team, being able to collect some points here if this were to be where they finish. But only 14 laps into this one. This dirt, the track's going to start wearing down, all sorts of things. And you even hear, Jeremy Burns talking about having the wrong graphic setting, so he never saw the wear of the track. So, I'm assuming...
that was Bennett.
Bennett changed it as well.
Yeah.
And then they moved it around here a little bit. But now does that change their outlook here on the race? There's a slick spot, and make sure I drag the front tires through that part, put the rear tires up on the cushion. As you can see, Michael Bennett,
Having a little
out of,
squirrely.
yeah, getting a little out of sorts here. Trying to preload for that turn. Seems to be losing a bit of speed here.
Yeah, he's moved down to 8th.
Yeah, trying to make it happen here. Out there in the chat, Debbie Smith rooting on Jeremy Burns, but we are back under caution. Jeremy Burns is going to have another chance at this one. Oof. I believe Trevor Keith and Alex Forget got in a tumble up earlier. Let's see what happens. Oof.
I figured somehow because he was way down in the back.
Oop. Oop. Good Lord. You guys are killing each other. Let's see back here at the yellow flag, see what happens here. Not showing anybody kind of a tangle up. Alex Forget is in trouble. Oh, our leader. That's what happened. Travis Gilbert.
Oh.
Our leader. Too much cushion.
Oh.
Can't stop.
Current.
Oh.
And that same set right at the entrance of pit.
Yep.
Wow.
That's going to do it for his night. Remember, no fast repairs.
Oh.
See the left front?
Oh. Yes, that is a broken toe link.
So from the lead, and that's going to take him out of the race here.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not even spinning. Look at that.
Yep.
Oh, man. Ah.
Yeah, new damage models on these next gens. That's what's going to happen. So now into the lead will be Kevin Orlando. So he's going to be trying to make something happen here. He's got about 80 more laps to go here at Bristol, and I'm questioning how long these guys can stick it out here. I mean, Trevor Earhart's in the top 5.
Okay.
Jeremy Burns having that 5th position. I mean, Raiders moved up 7 positions. He's at least in the top 10. You know, he's at least in good company back there with James Loveland. These two guys were used to battle it out all the time. I don't know. I'm so glad to see James Loveland's back. It's been a long time since we've seen this guy back on the track. Let's see. You know what? While we got him, let's go ahead and grab him. James Loveland, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. Oh, man. It has been a long time coming with the O2 Chevrolet back on the track. You were actually here from what the drivers are saying out there, a race early.
Yeah, it's just pure mayhem out here. So just doing the best I can to manage what I can do. And I don't know. I'm just happy I made it into the feature. So let's just cross our fingers and hope we have a solid finish tonight.
Yeah, you're right there at that cutoff spot, man. Looking pretty wild. Kind of, man, what does it take to be somewhat fast out there? You're sitting right now in 10th. You know, I figure you'd probably be pretty happy if you could survive to the end of this one with 80 laps of this left to go. You know, what do we do here? I mean, this is going to be huge for Tire Slayer Racing to get a couple of guys here in the top 10.
Yeah, basically, you just got to figure out how to set up your corners, because if you set it up wrong, you're either going really sideways or you're going to spin out. So really just figure out how to run your corners well and be consistent, and it'll get you around pretty quick.
All right, James Loveland, appreciate you coming back to the Racing Revolution League, man. We missed you, and good luck on the rest of the race tonight.
Thanks, guys.
All right, James Loveland in the O2 Chevrolet. Getting it going. Michael Farron out there. Appreciate you like the broadcast, man. Definitely tell your friends to tune in. We're always got things going on here. Kevin Orlando in the front next to Logan Romney. Watch out for Romney. I think he's going to try to send this one around. Might Chastain it to get through because Trevor Earhart's going to do it right behind him. Caleb Gilbert in the 54. Let's go. Excellent restart there by Kevin Orlando. Wonder if he started a different gear than everybody else. Kevin Orlando, good move here as Logan Romney has some turn exit speed. Slices to the inside, slider for Romney. Wow, great turn here by Romney. But Kevin Orlando with the turn exit on this one. Inside, makes contact. Caleb Gilbert out of sorts, and now we got a shootout here as the top 3 drivers, Romney, Orlando, Earhart. Wow, this is great stuff. Right now, Caleb Gilbert looks like he got a little out of sorts there, is falling out of the top 5, now sitting 6th. So right now, I've got Jeremy Burns, Caleb Gilbert, and Raider all in the top 10. So this is huge for these guys right now. for Element X Racing to get so many drivers here. And I want you also to consider here, Stella, I think Element X Racing has all their drivers here tonight in the feature. Jeffrey Israel sitting 16th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
All of them made it.
Very good. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, no kidding. Every single one of them made it, so I think that was their last push to help make sure Raider made it in. But hats off Jeffrey Israel for him making it in, but right now he's been kind of caught up in a whole bunch of hoopla back here. Trying to work on it here. I can't wait to see what the Racing Revolution and their podcast has to say about this race. Probably see some of them with their arms down by their sides because this one's going to hurt.
I was going to say, is it censored?
I do not believe so. So
Oh,
don't
dear.
let your kiddies watch. Let's see if we can kind of drum up something here and take a look and see if all our drivers how they get fired up here. There they go.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Look
they
at
are
them
wheeling
all.
around. Yep. Missing a couple of drivers here though. Missing
Mr. Schaefer.
yep, Kevin Orlando out here. I'm missing Matthew Robinson out here.
Say Rob Raider, driving with one hand there for a minute.
Are you sure?
I saw his hand in the air. Look at him go.
Yeah, look at the concentration. I try to make sure
Yes.
everybody can see the different wheel techniques everybody using. Now figure Logan Romney's in the lead. Kevin Orlando's sitting second, so the closest to the leader we have is Trevor Earhart, who's sitting third.
Oh my goodness! I was watching Bennett as all that contact was taking effect,
Oh yeah.
and he was. Oh my goodness! He's not a happy camper.
Now right now Michael Bennett trying to battle there for that fifth position. Contact there with Caleb Gilbert as Caleb Gilbert resumes back into that fifth position.
Now take a look at Earhart. He's just kind of do.
Definitely wheeling it.
Yeah, but I mean, not frantically like some of these other guys. Look at that. Excellent. Excellent.
Yellow flag. Did you see Bennett take that deep breath? Oh my god. Woo. Oh my gosh.
Outstanding.
All right,
That's
caution
good.
flag back out here.
That was fun.
Unfortunately, I think James Loveland got into this one.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what happens. Oh,
Bourget. Ping. And keeps going. That's what gets me.
well, the dirt helps spin them around. It's not as much as the tires dragging on the asphalt that you're used to.
Yeah, it's just it's kind of like, the drunk driver who hits the family of four, and it's the drunk driver that walks away.
Yeah. Well, what you see end up happening here is looks like the 53. Raider gets into it a little too deep here. And Loveland checks up a little bit because he doesn't want to run in the back of him. And that was for his jet right there.
Yep.
Two of them
He's
make
going.
contact.
Going straight line, yep.
All right, let's see how pit road ends up. Looks like Loveland's on his way down. Raider came down, and Kynan Jones came down. So it looks like fuel and back out.
Nice and quick.
Yeah, for Kynan. Looks like Loveland. Looks like he's taking tires and back out. And Raider. Ooh, boy, he's down here for 25 seconds and counting.
He had some fixing to do.
Yeah, 27 seconds on his car, might as well. So we'll see if this is going to affect him. He's got to hurry up because that pace car. So he squeezes out anyway. And I think there may be a pit lane violation on the squeeze out. But
Oops.
What's the violation? It's an end of line penalty. It's an EOL. So he's starting from the back anyway. There's not really a penalty here. So. Fortunately, I don't believe Robert Raider will be a lap down, but he will be starting from the 15th position as Jeffrey Israel works his way down to pit road. 24 seconds and counting for him. There he goes. About 27 seconds there in the box. Boy, I hate to see Travis Gilbert get exploded like that. Right there at the in the end of that one. That's a heartbreaker there. That is a heartbreaker. So Logan Romney has the lead. Kevin Orlando will be sitting second. Trevor Earhart is in third. Right now, I'm seeing just about everybody has pit in the outside the top 10. Grant Thorpe sitting ninth. Alex Forget, he pit on lap 19. And Nick Alves sitting back there in 11th has yet to pit. But everybody else coming down for fuel and goes or some tires as well. So they might be trying to change it up here a little bit. Yeah, Kevin's having some connection problems here.
Seriously.
Now remember, he's fighting electrical issues, so hopefully it's not going to start quitting on him now.
Yeah, that would be terrible. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he was saying initially that I think the expected return time was 10 o'clock tonight. So it's almost like they're messing it up at 10 o'clock instead of fixing it.
Right, you are. I had an MXC moment there.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
I
right
was
you are there,
thinking
Stella.
about that.
All right, let's go and get this back under green. Logan Romney and Kevin Orlando. Here we go. Notice how everybody gets launched and taken off there. Everybody almost making contact with the wall there.
I know, it's all like the little wiggles.
All right, rotating back. Alex Forget. Oh, man. Makes contact with Brandon Dunford there. Now Forget around. Oh, Bennett got turned.
Oh, big time. Oh.
No. No. Let's take a look back here with Dylan Smoot. Oh, that's where it starts.
Yep.
That's where it starts. Something happens up here with Jeremy Burns and
Yes.
it looks like Burns is okay, but something happens with the 54.
I think Burns comes down sharp, 54 checks up. So, like you say, it's not to run into him. And Bennett had no place to go. And Grant gives him the coup de grace.
Ouch. Smoot. He's going to be out. He hit the same barrels.
Oh. Oh, the one that blew to pieces? Yeah.
Yep. Wow. I think Raider almost clipped the barrels too. That was pretty wild. Take a look back at this.
Yeah, we
Right
had
in the
more
barrel.
action. Yeah, Parker got squished back there too.
Wow.
My heavens.
Wow, that was not good for some of the drivers. I want to find actually Mr. Loveland here, and I want to find kind of his angle of this whole thing here, because this is a pretty nasty sight, especially out his windshield here. I want you to consider when we head into the turn, look at how many cars are sitting in front of him. Yeah, that's a lot of moving pieces here.
Yes, it is. Oh. Yep. Yeah, and you just see.
Right
Please.
there, 1-2, got rear-ended.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to come out of this. But they say that with the the NASCAR Cup cars, is there won't be anybody coming out of this race without a bump, a ding, a bulge, So it's par for the course.
Yeah, not too good here. This is looking pretty grim on this one. I wonder. Yeah, remind me around lap 50. We'll cut to We'll cut to commercial real quick, and then I'm going to see if we can bring Justice Murphy back down here.
Okay.
I know he got eliminated on this, unfortunately. Not back-to-back cautions, so we shouldn't be single file.
No.
But it looks
I
like
think we've seen Mr. Orlando while he's driving this evening, except in the big mashup.
No, I did not see Mr. Orlando signed up here. Negatory. See up there on the top right, spinning wheel of death. Negatory.
Huh.
So, all right, back under green. Romney, Orlando, Earhart, 1, 2, and 3 right now. Kevin Orlando holding his own. Doing a great job here so far. As I say that, Trevor Earhart closes the gap. So right now, Orlando's got to be on his best game because right now the fastest man on the track is sitting behind him. But he's not going to have to worry about that as we're going to pace around some more for the remainder of this run here. These boys still got an hour left, so they got to figure it out.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Let's go back because I think Nick Alves catches some of this. Oh. Poof.
Yep.
There's a couple of drivers. Boy, Performance Motorsports not going to be happy about that. Trevor Keith gets caught on that.
Yeah, he's a couple laps down, isn't he?
Trevor Keith, I believe he's on the lead lap.
Oh.
Let's take a look here. Looks like Forget had to move up because of Parker Johnston. Something happened there. Sending the 19 out of his groove. Slung it just a little bit, and Nick. Oh, no.
Yeah, well, with what Justice was saying, you can't really apply brakes out here.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully Nick with that contact there, he's not broken. Nope, all 4 tires are moving. That's a good sign.
All right.
That's a good sign.
You know, I find it interesting on the Bristol dirt, they do, with the NASCAR teams, that they can only change tires and fuel on the stage brakes.
Really?
Yeah, because they don't, since the pit road is still concrete, they actually don't want the guys to make up any time on pit road. Because they can actually go faster on pit road than they can out on the dirt.
Yeah. Yep. Alrighty. Well, I promised we better deliver. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on just a moment. We're going to cut over to commercial and we'll be right on back.
For the finest in vinyl siding, rain gutters, overhangs, storm and replacement windows, even patios and decks, trust in the experts at Ultimate Siding and Gutters. In addition to being licensed and insured, our technicians are also friendly and courteous, performing hassle-free service and installation at affordable rates. Plus, we provide free estimates for commercial and residential structures. Our entire staff will exceed your expectations. For the ultimate in siding, gutters, and much more, call Ultimate Siding and Gutters today.
One area of our business where we impact the local communities pretty heavily is the school systems. So we work for school systems all over the northern part of the state of New Jersey. We operate their water systems, their wastewater systems. We do a lot of their permitting and compliance work, and we ensure that the water that the kids drink is clean. We go out and do the sampling to ensure that it's not contaminated. And we also treat the wastewater that's being generated at a lot of these facilities as well before it gets discharged to the environment. So we are supporting the local community through supporting the boards of education and the local school systems.
It's no secret the real estate market can be a little tricky to figure out. In the Oklahoma City area, you need the experts at the Earhart Group to guide you. We're one of the top-rated real estate teams in all of Oklahoma. We can help you buy, sell, and invest in real estate. And we've got a dedicated farm and ranch division too. The Earhart Group, for all your Oklahoma real estate needs, and proud to be a sponsor of the SimTraX Racing Broadcast.
Holy cow, everybody. Appreciate you guys hanging in there a little bit. I believe Trevor Earhart has been knocked out here. He's got some heavy damage. Right front toe link is broken. So as we were during the commercial, Trevor Earhart looked like there was contact made, him and Brandon Dunford. Something had made contact here as they were going around the track. Taking a look at Eye in the Sky here. Ooh, Logan Romney, quick cutoff here. 56 makes contact, boom, breaks him.
And that same set of barrels.
That is huge. Right now, taking a look at some of the drivers out there, there was a driver getting ready to serve an EOL penalty, that being Alice Forget. He served an EOL penalty back in the line for him, and boy, oh boy, man, does that kind of clear his conscience there, as now the fastest guy that everybody was nervous about is now going to be out of the race. Trevor Earhart gets smoked out on this one. I think he's trying to see if he can still drive it.
Honestly, I think he's doing just fine. He doesn't look much different.
He's gonna try here. We got Justice Murphy along with us here in the booth. This is gonna be pretty rough. He decided best to keep it on down. Justice, what does that mean for the rest of this race here, man?
Well, it's looked a lot like Logan was kind of the fast car after Travis spun. Logan kind of worked his way up there, so we'll see if he can hold it. But yeah, definitely wanted to see Trevor have a chance there. So yeah, it's tough, but I think Kevin will pose a good battle for the 3, and we'll see what Burns has. He's been pretty quick.
Wow. Yeah, it looked like Logan sliced right behind. Looked like they were going for the slider, made that triangulation, and boom. Trevor had to check up, and I think Brandon I don't think he was ready for him to check up there. Huge hit. I'm baffled right now. I mean, Trevor Earhart was supposed to be the man to beat here tonight, and that's just one turn. And that's all it takes, and that's what you get here at Bristol. And I hate to kind of poke the sore here a little bit, Justice, but what a wild shot on this one. But man, look at this. Let's go ahead and talk to Trevor Earhart, because I think he's probably, well, hopefully he's calm and cool here. Let's try. Trevor, you got a copy?
Yeah, we're calm, not cool though. It's kind of hot in the room here, but I mean, you're working the wheel as hard as you are. It gets a little sweaty, but I mean, hey, it's dirt racing there. Kevin and Logan got a little checked up in front of me. I tried to get out of it and just got no control and kind of got hit from behind there. But after the fiasco in the heat race, making it back in the LCQ, and then getting up to the front pretty quick, I was feeling pretty good. I was hoping we'd have something for him there as that race continued.
I will poke you a little bit here. I think the right front gave out on you. You tried to Ross Chastain it a couple of times. I saw you fighting up to the front, try to ride the cushion, and man, that just didn't work. But hey, got the position you were looking for.
Hey, when the track is fresh like that, you have to take advantage of it. And we said no wall riding tonight, and I did my best not to do that. And if I did get caught in the wall a little bit too much, I tried to give that position back. But yeah, we made that top work there really well, and I put a lot of practice in on a slicked off racetrack, so as that track was still slicking off, it felt like we were going to have something for those guys. But just an unfortunate event. But hey, we made the feature. We're off next week, so get a chance to relax, and then we go Talladega for Super Speedway racing, and we're 1 for 1 on Super Speedways. I think we can go 2 for 2 and get ourselves back in victory lane.
Oh yeah. Well, I always like to ask, man. And maybe you've made up your mind. There's a paint scheme deal. You got one picked out yet?
I do not, and honestly, what is? I'm gonna ask because I haven't paid attention. I've been busy with work. What's
superhero?
Superhero.
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
I will have a paint scheme for
Excellent.
Okay,
for
just
that
remember, it doesn't have to be Marvel, doesn't have to be DC, it can be
But
anybody,
I like
man.
that better.
I think I have an idea. I have an idea for something.
Oh no, you're
So
gonna do
we'll
the
see.
Grant Thorpe with the Justice Murphy face on it, aren't
No,
you?
no, no, no,
I
no,
mean,
no Oscar
mean-
slaps. Come on.
I mean, we'll figure something out. We'll come up with something fun for it. We'll throw something out different on the car. But you know, I'll let y'all get back to the broadcast. But I got to shout out, all my family back home watching, my mom, dad, and aunt, uncle, grandparents, my nephew Aiden, my sister for them turning in. Sorry we couldn't last a little bit longer tonight, but I think we put on a heck of a show, getting through that LCQ, getting back up to the front for you guys. And shout out to you and Stella, all the admins. I know this wasn't an easy one to deal with tonight, and I know I wasn't the happiest of drivers earlier tonight, so I appreciate all the admins for all the hard work that they put in, week out. And I'm going to sit back, crack open a nice refreshing beverage, and enjoy the last 40 laps of this race.
I like the way you think. All right, well, enjoy your week off, man, and hopefully your race team's able to put that car back together, and we'll see you at Talladega.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I
All right.
have to make note here. Do you see who is in the front of this race?
Yes, that is what he gets for pitting back on lap 32. Jeremy Burns is yet to pit. Grant Thorpe has fought his way back up to third here. Kynan Jones sitting fourth. Caleb Gilbert still remains fifth. So, Justice, we'll try. Kynan Jones is sitting fourth here. He's been rotating around the track here pretty well. Just kind of wrong place, wrong time, diving it in pretty hard, fighting his way up to the front here. And I think, he's made a few enemies out here.
Yeah, for sure. We noticed that in the LCQ. Luckily for him, quite a few of those enemies didn't quite make it into the feature. So, but he has a few, I'm sure, hanging out out here waiting to see what they can do. I don't think anybody will really mess with him. I mean, we typically are super clean, as I would like to call it. I'm not going to say they won't use him up a little bit, because he's definitely used a few people up more than they've been fond of, based off of driver chat so far.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Not squeaky clean,
I was
but
gonna
super
say, 'cause
clean.
you are our ear and our eye in the sky on the admin side, man. Definitely some wild stuff going out there on the track. What's it sounding like?
These guys are, you never know who's going to say what. I love to hear the reactions. You have some much calmer than others. You got guys, no matter what, if they get wrecked, you got guys like Burns, Grant, Caleb, I'd say Loveland. These are guys that if they get wrecked, they're just kind of like, yeah, cool, man, whatever, and then you've got the fiery guys like probably myself, Nick, Trevor can be that way at times, Bennett. So it's fun seeing the mixed personalities, especially out here on dirt, where we tried to warn them all week, hey, just be ready. It's going to be fun, and there's going to be a lot of abuse. Just try not to take any of it personally, but you never know what people take, so.
Nope.
Oh, man. Well, this track was selected over Martinsville. You think it would be as much of a mashup there as it would be here?
Do you remember what happened last season at Martinsville, Patrick? Oh
Yes,
my God!
I am sponsoring the Martinsville this race. I'm sure I will have plenty of airtime.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of. Hopefully, you have a few commercials. Looks like we have another one around.
No.
Come on, guys.
No.
Yes.
That means we get another single file restart here.
Man. Yeah, Raider actually still in the lead on this one. It looks like Grant Thorpe breaks into second. Jeremy Burns drops down to third. Kynan Jones remains in fourth. Wow. That's
I'd say Jeremy's just not super aggressive on these restarts. He's got something, I think, for the longer run, but I even noticed that last night in our practice race. He just wasn't aggressive. He's just trying to get out there and get spread out, and then trying to solo pass people.
all right. We've got a few crashes here. Let's take a look. This is 51. This is the one that took Trevor out. But it continues. This is Jeffrey Israel and Caleb get caught in this.
Some more teammate on teammate crime. We've had a bit of that tonight.
All right, here's Alice Forget and Jeffrey Israel. This is lap 56, 57. There's Israel. Boom. Good Lord. Jeffrey Israel is getting caught in every single one of these because you wouldn't believe this. Travis Gilbert back out on the track. Here he is in the 22. Oh. It's like Nick Alice has turned around. What happened to Nick?
No, but it looks like the base car was about to T-bone. Sorry.
Wow. Hold on a sec here, Stella. Look at Nick Alice here when he's heading into the turn.
Yep.
Yeah, looks like Logan Romney catches him broadside, 4 wide behind him. Israel caught the meat in the sandwich here. Oh, Trevor Keith hooks him because he's just trying to squirt back out of there. Nick Alice facing the wrong way.
Who just blinked away?
I think that was Loveland.
It was Loveland.
Yeah, that's Loveland blinking out.
Hmm.
Yikes.
Yeah, he's a couple laps down too, I think.
Right, so we'll see.
Yeah.
How many guys are able to continue here? Logan Romney. Remember, he was a bolt of lightning out here too.
Yep.
And now he's down a lap. Holy cow! This is turning into. You know.
Hey, at this point, I think I'm gonna pick somebody to finish last in the LCQ to win. The way this is going.
Yeah, no kidding. Out of backup cars here right now, Jeremy Burns is doing pretty well here lately. His consistency's been top notch here so far. Let's see if we can take a look at our championship points of where all these guys are. See if we can get that squared back away. Having little hiccups here. Yep, here we go.
Maybe.
Zap.
Yeah.
Right now I'm showing Caleb Gilbert here in the lead. I'm showing that to be correct standings here. I incorrect. Good Lord. Trevor Earhart is actually the one in the lead here via points. After Richmond with 236. Jeremy Burns is second with 228, and Caleb Gilbert with 223. And that's 1, 2, and 3. Caleb Gilbert actually lost 2 positions at Richmond. Falling back. We are back under green. Dave McDonald gained 5 positions, moving up into 16th via points, and Christopher Schaefer being a no-show there, dropped down 9 positions down to 17th. That is huge right now.
It felt bad for Schaefer. That was an equipment issue that kept him out of Richmond. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That right now is going to be absolutely critical for the rest of the season here. Now he's going to be on the back foot here. I believe you guys do have like some starting parks or some provision there.
Yeah, we've got 4 drivers.
Looks like I saw Alex Forget getting into it. Dylan Smoot. He's going to have nothing left of his car if he keeps this up.
Oh, the leader got upset. We have a new leader.
Yes, we do. Grant Thorpe.
Grant Thorpe getting around. I know racing with Grant Thorpe in the trucks, he knows what to do. Our Racing Revolution fuel calculator is out front. 77 Chevrolet leading a pile of Fords behind him.
I like to call him Captain Consistency. It's normally what you find out of Grant.
Oh, yeah. Well, if there's one thing consistent tonight, it's going to be the yellow flag. Barney's going to need rotator cuff surgery after this one.
And I'll tell you, if Grant is Captain Consistency, I would say Nick Alves is Colonel Consistency.
Yeah.
Because right now it's unusual to see him in 11th, but somewhere in the top 10 is his stomping ground.
All right, here's Dylan Smoot. He's in the wall. Logan Romney, another contact here with Alice Forget. It says Trevor Keith gets into some trouble here, and that's probably it right there.
Yeah.
Boom. Man, Trevor Keith has been getting nothing but a magnet here tonight. How do you continue? Justice, we saw you seesaw all night. You know, you were top, bottom. You know, how did you battle from the back of the pack and then fight your way back to the front? I mean, just how many times?
You just have to mentally reset. A couple times I just looked in front of me and said, who can I pick off right off the bat who's going to be aggressive, who isn't? But I think the last time in the LCQ, I think I restarted 9th after being 3rd, and was back to 5th, trying to run down Kynan, and again, that was where
close.
Kynan made all his enemies, so I think there were a lot of people hoping I'd catch him and do something to him, but I was just trying to get back to him and see if I could force him to make a decision and go from there. But yeah, it's tough. Like I said, the mental reset's the biggest part. If you stay frustrated with yourself, you're just going to keep spinning out.
Yeah, definitely. For
Makes
sure.
sense.
You know, Stella, now that I'm thinking about it here, this is the All About Bugs 100, and I got the man in the booth. You know, maybe we should get a little more from the horse's mouth here.
Ooh, let him do a commercial.
Yeah.
Oh man. On the spot, I like it.
Have fun with that.
Yeah, that's why we have you, Stella. You do all the research and you give us all the goods.
Come on, service manager, you can do this.
Yeah, so All About Bugs, located in East Tennessee. We service, I want to say it's 5 counties, and it can kind of cover all of your pest control needs, you know. And you never know what's going on this time of year. Everybody's got the ants crawling around. I know you're here locally, sort of. Patrick, not too far from.
Oh yeah,
you
dude, I'm kicking.
You
over
kind of
the
know how that goes. So, we're just servicing a lot of people that are out of town owners of overnight rentals, and also doing some general residential work. But we kind of do it all, and it's fun. I like to have fun with it. My dad owns the company, so. We keep it in the family for the most part. I think I have 7 family members that work for us. So, we like to say, family operated, really. But, we try to keep it light.
Dang.
Okay, gotta answer me one thing. Stink bugs.
Oh, what do you want to know?
How do you get rid of them?
Do you get rid of them, or at least keep them outside?
I'm going to tell you what you do. You pray and then hope that works.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There's so many cracks and crevices. You never know what they're getting in. Typically tell people just make sure like windows and door jambs are sealed up tight. And that's how they're normally getting in. You do that and you pretty much have it cured.
Dang.
I just didn't know if there was some barrier thing you guys could put down or whatnot, because talk about door jam. I'll open the door and they'll be stuck there between the hinges and the door. It's how rude.
Yeah, even the stuff we treat with, I tell people, because they're hard-shelled beetles, it'll kill them, but it takes 3 or 4 days. So just let them pay a little rent for a couple days while they're in the house, and then you're good.
Okay. No.
All right, Element X Racing right now sitting 2, 3, and 4 right now. This is huge out of that team. Oof. Hopefully they'll wipe each other out, as it looks like as Michael Benton is trying to come back here, but something happens again, and your favorite flag.
No, no,
oh my gosh.
no. My favorite flag is black and white. Has nice little squares on it.
Oh,
Called
man.
checkered.
Parker Johnston gets this one. Lap 78 for him. Let's take a look. No.
Oh.
Hey. He survives.
Okay, and so did everybody else.
Yeah. So
That's the nice part.
that's what they call looping it. 21 laps left to go here.
And see, I was not wrong. Keith is down by 2 laps.
Yep, but I think with this caution, this might send Logan Romney back around on the lead lap, if I'm not mistaken.
Should be. If we're playing the lucky dog game.
Well, I saw Israel go around once, I thought.
Okay.
Come on, Justice. I think he goes around this time.
Who's that?
It is Logan.
Logan Romney.
I'm going to get that as a sound bite. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Who's that? No,
that?
we were talking through the fun part of being the ears here. So apparently the 92 has a meatball flag that he has been unable to serve because we keep getting consecutive cautions.
Oh.
So that has to be basically served under green before he would get DQ'd. But he has 3 laps at a time if it keeps keep catching yellows, he's just going to be able to stay out there and wait till the end.
Oh my heavens. Okay, guys, racers, here, if you're tuning in, seriously, if somebody can't serve a green flag, a green flag penalty, y'all are doing something wrong.
So this is really funny because I had this happen to me at Richmond in the NIS race. I won the race because the leader had a black flag, and we ran all 3 green, white checkers and kept getting cautions. Like on the first lap, he couldn't serve it.
Oh.
Yeah, so I finished second theoretically, like on the track, but I ended up winning because he got DQ'd.
Wow.
Dude.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Very not happy for go. Excellent.
Are you trying to watch Trevor Keith trying to score it out of there?
I am. Before he lost another one, yep, he made it.
I wonder what the fuel mileage ends up being here. Some of these guys have only pit back on lap 32. I'll say Kynan last pit on lap 32, so I wonder how that fuel window's working out. Parker Johnson's back down pit road here.
So green flag, it's about 62 laps on the half tank, which is what we run. So all these caution laps, they should all be pretty well in the green for that.
Oh, sheesh. All right, well.
Well, Kynan agrees.
At least we get to double up the restart here.
Oh, well.
Yay.
That'll help Kevin Orlando out. Orlando's been battling, trying to get back up to the front. Right now, I believe, sitting 5th. So he's got a bunch of Chapman cars he's got to fight through here.
I'm going to tell you what, Grant doesn't like what he sees. He's got Chapman all the way around him here.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to figure out if he's got contaminated water in his radiator.
Oh, no.
Well, let's go ahead and see this restart. We've got 17 laps left to go, 16 at the line. Let's go.
Run away.
Oh, the 53.
Oh, 53, 54. 14's around. There's the 27.
Oh, Bennett got caught up. Oh,
Awesome.
yeah. Nick got caught up. Oh,
and
my
Berube.
heavens.
All of Performance Motorsports got in one wreck.
Oh, wow.
The entire team.
Poor Matt missed the feature, but yeah, the other 3 were all together there.
Wow, guys. 50. Oh, Kevin Orlando tried to move up to avoid.
Yep. Nope. Yep. Well, there. That's a nice little shot, though. You know, you can make a little.
Kevin Orlando moved up right there.
So as a matter of fact, Bennett just keyed up and said, "Kevin, congrats! You took out the whole team in one turn."
Yes. Oh my heavens. There. See, there's a good shot. You just don't say that you're having a boo-boo.
I'm gonna tell them they need that picture to put on the performance page.
There.
Dang. There they are. Oh my
Although,
gosh.
was Nick Alves going so fast as to hit those same barrels to knock himself out, or was he okay?
It looks like he was good.
Yeah, he
Oh,
slid.
good.
He slid. He's going to survive. Nick Alves back out there. Alex Forget is down pit, though.
Live to fight
I don't know
another
if he
day.
took a good lick out there. I think that might do it for him for the night. Right now, Kynan is still made it up to 5th.
Yep.
I think did he squeak out of that?
Yeah, he said I lived.
Here, well, let's watch Kynan make it through this. Watch. Oh.
The lucky dog was trying to pass the pace car and spun out. Oh man.
You know what? Just because you said that, we're going to it.
Oh, yeah, right here.
So excited!
I think that extends the caution by 1 lap, though. That's the worst part about it.
Hey,
you gotta be so careful. I mean, you saw it even like in real life last year. I mean, Christopher Bell just was going too slow in the banking, and all of a sudden the car just slid out from underneath him at 20 miles an hour. So
Well, we only have 12 laps to go. What's our time frame, Patrick?
Oh, we have plenty of time.
Hey, really?
Ready?
Okay.
Yeah, 38 minutes. They luckily enough with the caution laps counting in this
Yes, that does
feature
make.
that helped.
Okay. Thank you. By the way, thank you
Yeah.
for doing that.
Yeah, I was glad they let us split it up because if not, the heats would have only been about 7 minutes because we wouldn't have had any green flag.
Yeah.
Touche.
Yeah, they just driven through.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. All right. See, Barney's got his arm up in the air. Pace car lights are out right now. Grant Thorpe is lined up to get his first win here of the season.
So we are going single file this time?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Man. Grant Thorpe. Should be nervous
got-
here.
Still got 2 Chapmans behind him.
I can tell you the 56, 99, and 27 will be very aggressive trying to get forward. 56 does it in a clean manner, but he is aggressive diving, so we'll see what happens.
All right, here we go. Green flag back out. 10 laps left to go in this one. Raider looking for his first win, so is Thorpe. Jeremy Burns looking to add a couple more. Thorpe, a little nasty on that turn. It's not what he needed here. Let's take a look from the outside right now. Raider trying to reel him in. Grant Thorpe trying to get away. Dunford already a second back. Kevin Orlando still solid into the top 5 here, but he's looking underneath the 56. Ooh. Man, but guess what? Grant Thorpe gets another one here. As we're back under caution, I believe Michael Bennett being one of the faster guys out here tonight. We thought it was going to be Michael Bennett and Trevor Earhart all night, but that looks like Michael Bennett may have gotten involved in another one here. Let's take a look. I don't know if he was fighting some damage earlier from that spin here.
That's performance on performance crime again.
No.
For 14 and 19, you kind of had like a Priest Larson thing here, and looked like they collected it and just nowhere to go. That's the same way I ended up around a couple times tonight off the nose of like Caleb and Rob. It's just it gets stacked up in that back car. As we were talking about the brakes earlier when Rob was in here, you can't brake and stop it from happening. So just tough situation there.
Gone, man.
So we have now turned this into a shootout series for the last 6 laps.
Yeah, biggest mover of the race is Robert Raider. He did make it up 14 positions here, so sitting in second is where he is. Only other person to move up almost as many as Kynan, who's sitting 7th. He's moved up 11. So Michael Bennett is down pit here for a good bit, but I think he's finally getting out. Oh, no.
Maybe.
Oh, that's a tough one. That jump coming off pit road does it to everybody.
There's a ramp, a bump, a
yeah.
pit?
So this is the weird part. When they build the dirt up in the track, they build the apron up like 6 feet to decrease the banking in the corners.
Okay.
And so to do that, they kind of have to make an entry onto the pits. Well, it's not so smooth in iRacing. So as you come off of there, when your back tires come off, it kind of bounces the car up, and you end up almost spinning it out.
No kidding. I did notice as we went around, I saw the Geico restart zone is about half covered up with dirt.
Yeah.
Whereas normally you'd have a wall there. It's halfway up the GEICO.
Yeah.
Grant's got a little bit of dirt on the helmet.
Very quiet in the driver's chat at the moment until it's gotten tense.
Yeah. Grant Thorpe hoping to squeeze this one out, but they're kind of running out of time for anybody else to make a move. Raider could throw a slider there. Looked like he threw a slider on Caleb Gilbert a couple of cautions ago.
The cars are collecting a lot of dirt. That's interesting. That they take that into account with the iRacing.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if they put it on the people in the stands too, because from what I understand, they say don't wear white, to Bristol dirt because it flies up. Big
That
clots.
goes for any dirt race.
The only one I ever went to, I ended up having to wear glasses because they were throwing so much dirt in my face. It was getting in my eyes.
Yeah, so this year was the first dirt race I missed. I went to the first two. And the first one being in the daytime, I can tell you I was sure glad I had my sunglasses because I had dirt all over everything and we were 50 rows up. So, yeah, it wasn't quite as bad year two.
That far. My heavens.
Yep, here we go again. Looks like Grant, good job on that restart there. Almost sandbagged a little bit. Interesting to see them back double file again. So Grant now going to have to battle Raider for the spot. But that looks like it was a piece of cake as he makes the breakaway he needs. Raider up, actually behind now by half a second. Jeremy Burns sitting third. Kevin Orlando trying to see if he can squeeze out fourth position here. But check out Logan Romney. Couple laps down, back in the fight. Sixth position for him. Watch for this number 3 car to reel it in.
Oh, yeah.
2 laps left to go. Grant trying to stay out front. He's still got that half-second lead here. Logan Romney,
Kevin sent it hard. Kevin sent it hard. Got into Jeremy.
Dunford almost took out the back.
White flag is out. Here we go. We're trying to see if anybody's got anything here for Grant. Grant's only got 2 turns left to go.
3 and 4.
That's it. Here it comes. Grant Thorpe is going to win the All About Bugs 100. Grant Thorpe won it.
Let's go. I know that's not my teammate, but man, that's I love that guy. He's great. He been around for a minute, and he deserves one of these. He's been waiting.
Whee! I like his burnouts. That's stylish.
Doing the old Joey Logano specialty.
Ah.
Drive it around, spin it out. I like it, but yeah, man, that guy deserves one of these. So proud of him.
Boink.
Awesome. Grant Thorpe made it. Makes it to the end. Holy cow.
All right, so we've got Thorpe and Raider and Gilbert,
Yes.
or vice versa.
Caleb Gilbert looks like he made it second. Robert Raider ended up third. Jeremy Burns fourth. And Logan Romney was fifth.
Wow.
Yeah. Element X is pretty tough to beat. These guys just keep able to sink another one in there. Grant does his burnouts here. Oh, man, oh, man. Hey, Justice, appreciate you joining us, man. Hopefully it works out better in Talladega, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope to see y'all up here in a couple weeks. Y'all enjoy the off week as well.
All righty, you too. All right, that's going to be it as Grant Thorpe wins the All About Bugs 100 here at Bristol Dirt. Wild race this was, and definitely interesting to see kind of how all this boiled down here, Stella. These guys definitely
Yeah, let's see our final race results, if we may.
Yep, just a moment.
All right.
Just a moment. Want to make sure it gets all scheduled in. I know they had a couple things looking like they were looking at there. Grant Thorpe, there he is. Top of the chart, secures his spot here.
My.
Yeah, Kevin Orlando put up a fight, though. 6th place for him.
He did.
Yeah, I think if Kynan was able to get some green flag laps, I think he made the top 5 as well.
Yeah, and Parker, as many times as we saw him bumped into, turned around, going the wrong way and whatnot, he still ended up in the top 10 too.
Yep. And just a bunch of drivers getting wiped out.
Yeah.
Nick Alves got a good lick here tonight. He had some trouble.
Yeah, this is the lowest I think we've seen him this season. Nope, I take it back. He was knocked out completely. Well, you're better at remembering the which track it was, but I do remember us interviewing him while he was sitting in pit, all broken.
Oh, Trevor?
No, Nick Alves.
Oh, yeah. Well, when he got obliterated.
Oh,
Yep.
dear.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and try to reel our drivers in, and then we'll chase them down and have a little chat with them. Hang in there, guys.
Somehow.
Alrighty, everybody. We have caught up with our third place finisher, Raider. The 53 Chapman Environmental Services Ford makes it, man. Finally, a podium position here. Definitely a turnaround from these past couple of weeks.
You're telling me. The running joke leading into this race between me and my team was that anybody who doesn't make the feature gets 19th place points. And so the joke was, by qualifying, I have my best finish in 5 weeks. So, I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you about this race. It was weird, but yeah, I gotta apologize to Caleb Gilbert on that restart. I couldn't see him at the left side of the car and couldn't see him in the rear view. I think he was just that far down there, so I went down in there like normal and he probably would have won the race had I not done that to him. So apologize to Caleb, but super happy that Grant got it done for his first win. That's really cool. So I didn't finish 25th. This is fantastic. It's a huge improvement. Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, all of Element X made it here to the feature. The only team to have all their drivers. Jeffrey Israel ended up 12th. Jeremy Burns was 4th. You ended up 3rd, and Caleb Gilbert 2nd. I mean, right now, the team points running here is looking pretty solid. You guys just seem to have the kind of have that edge. You guys are right place, right time, and really here at Bristol Dirt, it's very difficult to get all you guys in there at one shot.
Yeah, we have such an awesome team. Obviously Caleb being with us last season, and then Jeremy Burns and I turned a friendly rivalry into an awesome an awesome team relationship. And then we had our 3 guys, and we were really happy with that. We knew that if the right 4th guy came around, that we'd pick him up. And then Jeff slid in right before the season started, and he just seemed like the perfect fit. And he's had really bad luck, but outside of the bad luck, he's performed really well this season. So we're absolutely killing it in team points, and there is a prize for that this season, so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, man, I mean, we have such an awesome team. I've been terrible for these first few races. Some mistakes I put myself in, other times so and sometimes just bad luck. So I defending champion, not helping team points very much, and we're still that far ahead. Says it's a testament to how strong the team is without me. And honestly, I mean, I think I'm probably at least 2 of those guys, maybe even Jeff, probably a better bet for the championship than me right now at this point. So just, yeah, super happy with it.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, we come to Talladega here in the next couple weeks. You get an off week here. Have you figured out your paint scheme yet?
I have not.
Oh my God, guy.
I've left it. I've left it to my teammates. I trust in them to come up with something that works for everybody, including
You're
myself.
gonna have. Oh, are you gonna have all the same paints?
I have no idea what we're doing, honestly.
Oh, okay.
We'll figure it out over the over the next 2 weeks and come up with something. Yeah, I don't know what the plan is, but we'll come up with something for sure.
Alrighty, man. Give me your shout outs here, because this is finally over, man. Oh my gosh. Like you said, this race was weird.
I don't know if you watch Denny Hamlin's podcast or listen to it, but I feel like it's a Denny Hamlin type moment right here where he's talking about these next few races. We're gonna be white hot. I feel like that's where we're at too. Just so many stupid gimmick races at the beginning of the season, and then the ones that aren't, I've hurt myself in the process. So we're gonna get to some tracks that are really in the wheelhouse. I'm looking forward to that. But shout out to Chapman Environmental Services for sponsoring the team, sponsoring me, sponsoring the league. That way we can have awesome broadcasts like you guys do. Perfect transition. SimTraX Broadcasting. Shout out you guys. I'm sure this wasn't the easiest race to broadcast tonight. We appreciate you guys sticking in there through everything. Ultimate Siding and Gutters for their support. It says a lot that they reached out to us earlier this week asking if we needed anything from them, just extra support for the season. Fortunately, with all of our sponsors, we didn't need anything, so we declined. But that's just says a lot about them and the support we get from them, that they were willing to give us more if we needed it. So, shout out to Ultimate Siding and Gutters. They're awesome. And of course, Butt Kicker, love that product, and they do a lot for us, and that's the big prize at the end of this for these guys. So
I was going to ask you if they're going to be giving the grand prize again.
Yes, yep, they are the grand prize again this year.
Nice.
Judging how things are going so far, probably not something I need to worry about this season. But got time to turn it around.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Appreciate you joining us. Hey, ask Ultimate Siding and Gutters and Chapman. Give me some commercials, man. Give me some new stuff. I want to hear more about.
You have a good point. I had reached out to Chapman about that in particular.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get you some new material.
Thank you.
Excellent. Robert Rader, appreciate you joining us tonight, man. We will catch up with you in a couple weeks. Congratulations on the third place finish.
Oh, and you've got
Thanks.
a great screen capture opportunity too, right here.
That's a good one. Yeah. No, thanks. Thanks for the interview. It's nice to hear your voices. I almost forgot what you sounded like. So we'll hopefully catch you next week.
All right, take it easy, bud.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, that's going to do it for Rob. Let's go ahead and get off to Caleb Gilbert, which I'm sure he's probably questioning how in the world he got in second place. Caleb, you got a copy?
I got you.
Yeah, you got me. But, man, Robert Rader got you on one of those restarts. You got in a couple wrecks here tonight. Talk to me about how you came all the way back up to second place.
Oh, I mean, I think it was 3 green flag laps, and I passed 9 cars. Needed one more. Maybe had a couple more laps. I kind of really found something, and you have to take what you learned earlier in the heat races. I was kind of in the same situation. I was behind Justice, and it got real stacked up the top. And I tried to take it 3 in the middle, and it was too soon. And I saw that, got in the back of Justice, and it got in the back of me, kind of chain reaction, everybody goes around. So I learned from that, waited to take it 3 wide until we got to the center of the corner. Because I was able to rotate my car just pretty straight off the corner exit compared to everybody else. So I found that. I just never lifted.
There you go.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, taking a look back, you did end up in some trouble out there on lap 51 is the only crash I see that you had, but you were able to recover back from everything else. Is this dirt race what you expected it to be?
It is. Honestly, it was cleaner than I thought it was going to be, as crazy as that might sound. I don't think I've ever seen one here that's been more than a couple laps runs every time, and then you get to the end, you know what's going to happen. So I was glad to see, work on some things. Went pretty how I thought it would. Like I said, I got in a couple little fender benders here and there. It's almost impossible to avoid. I tried to keep it as straight as possible when that happened. Anytime I got damaged, I came in, got it all fixed, went back out there. So I'm sure that helped at the end with some guys hurting damage wise.
All right, we talked a little bit to Robert Rader about Element X Racing. You guys ended up 2, 3, 4, and I believe down there in that 12th position for Jeffrey Israel. Talk about kind of the teamwork that you guys have going on.
It's fantastic. We all kind of go. We never practice together really. We all kind of do our own thing, and then once we find out what we need to know, we all come together, give our input, find out the best strategy. We all work really well in that regard, and if it helps me gain 2 positions, it helps Rob gain 3, and however many it may be, it's better than not having anybody. So we work great in that regard. And I found out a little bit on the drive off, going in lower, everybody wants to be at the top. So that definitely helped towards the end there for all of us. So yeah, unbelievable team. I know Jeff's gonna get him one soon. Rob, once again, he's gonna get him one. Step in the right direction. His left rear wasn't too kind to my nose there a couple ago, but he's very apologetic, and I'm sure I scared him a little bit when I'm coming around out of nowhere. So yeah, I'm glad I could recover, and the whole team had a great run. Jeff did all he could do. And we all survived. That's the main thing.
Oh, yeah. Definitely survived, but we're going to head to Talladega, so the Alabama Mile is next. Make sure you get your paint scheme squared away. Raider already filled us in that you guys are going to go ahead and come up with something. Hopefully it's good. Caleb Gilbert, give me a shout-outs here.
Shout out to everybody. You guys up in the booth, especially tonight. I know it's been a long one. Rest up well. Appreciate what y'all do. All of our sponsors, Chapman Environmental, on the cars. Looks good coming up there in the front. Shout out to Grant. This has been a long time coming for him. The whole league's ecstatic for him. He really deserved this one. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
All right, bud. Appreciate you coming out tonight. And, yeah, well, like I said, we'll see what you can do at the Super Speedway.
Oh, boy. That's all I got. Oh, boy.
All right, Caleb. Talk to you later, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it. Let's go ahead and move to our race winner here tonight. Holy cow. Yeah, he's got to be ecstatic on this one. This has got to be a crazy, crazy win for him. But so glad he was able to make it. Let's go ahead and grab a hold of him. Grant Thorpe, you ready?
Sir.
All right. We are in the playoffs now, man. How's it feel?
Pretty good. Finally broke through.
Yeah, well, broke through. Dude, there was nothing but cautions here tonight. Did that help or hurt you?
So I mean, at the end, it definitely helped. But it definitely made it harder getting through the field. In general, like if you didn't make the pass before the lap ended, you didn't get credit for it because I went back to last time crossing the line. So that kind of slowed things up with making it through the field. But it was a ton of fun. Grand scheme of things, I think it went better than I expected. I thought it was going to be a whole lot more cautions.
All right. TriStar Motorsports has a win in the winner's column now. You guys heading in. What is it going to take to kind of round your team up and get everybody kind of on the same roll here? Because, you're out here as the shining star now, but you got where are all your buddies to help you?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they've definitely gotten some really bad breaks to start the season. So hopefully we can all get some better luck on our side here and get on a good run.
All right, man. Well, you only ended up in about one tangle up tonight back on lap 4, and I think you ended up looping it there on the bottom. Talk to me about what happened there.
So I honestly haven't even had a chance to go look at it. I was honestly kind of got out of shape exiting the corner, and I just kind of gathered it and got down to the bottom, and I just got hit. I don't know who, I don't know how, but it worked out, I guess. Had a nice little back to front challenge. Started at the very beginning there, so took a little race, but we got it.
All right, talk to me about now. I raced with you out there on the trucks on this exact same track, doing the exact same thing, and you put a clinic on there too. What's the difference between the truck and the cars that you notice the most?
I personally think these are a little bit easier to drive on the dirt. I'm not sure there's a whole lot that transfers. It's been so long since I ran the trucks. Don't remember a whole lot. I ran one official this week just to get credit for it, but there's a lot of pacing, so I didn't get a whole lot out of that. So don't really have a good answer for you there. But here we are.
Well, I'm gonna try to find something that might help. Well, with this win finally under your belt, this has got to take the load off. You know, you're finally you scare yourself back into the playoffs again. But we head to Talladega in the next couple weeks. You got a paint scheme to work on. We got the Alabama Mile and the Super Speedway. Kind of, you know, how do you feel going into the track like that? You know, your team gonna try to all work together and see if you guys can get maybe a 1, 2, 3 coming up.
That's definitely the goal. Super Speedways haven't exactly been great for me. So if I can finish in one piece, that'll be a win for me personally. But we'll definitely work together. I'll try to get some good pit strategy going, get us all up there at the front at the end, and see what happens.
That's just what I was thinking. If you're the fuel calculator, you should be the master of the pit strategy.
Yeah, I haven't had many opportunities to try to outsmart people this year. We'll see what happens the rest of the season. See if we can sneak away and get
Fair
a couple
enough.
more wins off strategy.
Well, he's going to have the opportunity. Well, the only thing I'm afraid of is the Tennessee scheme might not return because he's back in the Dollar General, and we made a
Yeah.
win, so I don't know what's going to happen now.
Yep, that's what I said as soon as we started the hey, he's back in the Dollar General. Well,
yes,
that kind of equates to Tennessee, though, doesn't it? I mean, aren't they like
it
one
does.
every 5 or so miles?
Oh yeah, they're everywhere. But they're actually they're based out of Tennessee, so local company.
Ah.
Fun to have them on the car.
I was thinking it's kind of like a Waffle House in Orlando, you know?
No, Spidey
Yeah,
says
they're
this tell me
everywhere.
Grant works for Dollar General. Wait for it. Yep. There it is. There it is. All right, Grant, so give me a shout outs, man. Congratulations on your win here tonight.
Shout out to my teammates, TriStar. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get them into the feature, but we'll get them rolling the rest of the season. And just really all my guys, I've got buddies all over the league. It's been a ton of fun. We had a couple practice races throughout the week, just to try to get everyone prepped. All the admin team, and especially you guys do such a great job week in, week out for us. I couldn't be more grateful to have you guys broadcasting our league for us.
You're sweet.
Appreciate it, bud. Awesome job here tonight, Grant. You are the man. I can't wait to see what you got for us in a couple weeks. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Take it easy.
Hey,
Great.
and he got $30 to win, too.
Yeah, no kidding. $30 squared away for the number 77 Chevrolet of Grant Thorpe. Appreciate you guys joining us here. Oh, man, Mr. Timmy, I see you out there in the chat a little late here, bud. It just wrapped up. I think it was a wild one. We had, I think, 12 cautions in the feature, Stella.
That's right.
Yeah, we had a good bit. Definitely a different one. Eric W. out there. Kind of appreciate you joining us here as well. And we had Justice, and we had a whole bunch of guys up here in the booth with us here tonight. But it was an awesome one. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. We got plenty of stuff going on here at SimTraX Broadcasting for that as well. But that's going to be it for us here tonight. Just remember, we are off next week. Next Wednesday is an off week. We will resume back, I believe it is the 26th of April for the Talladega for the Super 250. Definitely tune in for that. I can't wait to see what the Racing Revolution comes with on that, and especially the prize that they will have there as well. Patrick Morrison signing off here with SimTraX Broadcasting. Stella next to us. See you guys next time. Be well, be safe, be kind.